What's on? What's on? What's on? What's good? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Rashad Jamal. What do you got to do with Rashad Jamal? Y'all let me know y'all can hear me. Who can hear me? My sound good? Oh, it sound good, don't it? It sound good. What we on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Audio clear. That was up. That was up. All right. So soon we got in here, somebody was like, let me guess. Rashad Jamal. Bitch, you guessed it. You is motherfucking right. We don't gotta just talk about Rashad Jamal. We talk about anybody, anything. Right? I'm on some, let's let the stuff that y'all been saying in the comments bring it here. This is how we do it. I mean, the comment popping, no, that's boring. That's why I make sure that I'm in control of the narrative and I delete what y'all say or I restrict you so you can't do that. You can't do it in the comments. Those are the rules. But you can come in and talk to me. So all that stuff y'all talking about in the comments, let's see if you can do it here. I would like to, let's do this. I would like to go into the Rashad Jamal letter. And I want to see what was it about that letter that y'all disagree with. What in the letter was untrue? Because, you know, people will hear something. You see this happen a lot. When people's logical fallacies are not able to be upheld or their illusions shattered, what they do is they just start going at the person. Okay, here's what I challenge you to do. Here, you got the floor. What in the letter was a lie or what wasn't true, right? So we can deal with that and let's really see, did I miss the mark with this or is it on point? Let's see. All right, we got somebody named Denzel. Denzel, go ahead and say something in the comment. Make sure you're not a bot. And I'll get you up here. I want y'all to talk. That's the difference. I'm not running. I'm not just making a YouTube video and ducking off in the shadows. I'm saying step forth. Everybody come forth. And let's see what's up with it. See who can on. See if you can represent. However, all I'm asking you to do is actually do it. I got a big ass computer right here ready to fact check shit, right? Just have me some water, drinking me some more water. Let's play. What's up? Peace, peace.
Hey, brother. Peace.
Can you hear me clear?
Uh, I can hear you very clearly. I've been waiting to talk to you for a while, brother.
All right, let's speak. Good to meet you.
It's great to meet you. I just had a couple questions for you because, one, I got your books already through the email. I'm studying up on
Okay.
that. I don't disagree with anything that you got going on, so I don't know if you're gonna be mad at me for coming on here
No,
because I'm not trying to prove you
that's
wrong.
fine.
But I had a couple questions for
Okay.
you. One, I'm kind of in a situation, but I can't really talk too much about it. But I was trying to get some understandings about, basing, because you said you were basing. Should I go that route or should I not?
Okay. Why do you want to become a traveler? Why do you want to become a Mason?
My dad was one, and I thought because I saw that you were one, and then I saw that Dr. Malachi Z. York taught about it. So I was like, well, Faise is one, and I know I followed him, and I've gained all my knowledge. Like I've learned about Adu from just it just came to me. I don't know about other people, but for me, it's like if you know, you know. If you're supposed to know, you're supposed to know.
Right.
So I'm just trying to get some guidance because I got some stuff that's going on with me that's very weird. I've like they say that they call it sleep paralysis, but as a kid I was astral projecting. I was seeing things. I've manifested certain things, or I've even prophesied, which it was very weird to me. But it made me run away from what was inside because as a kid, man, I'm not kidding you. I told my brother's dad that, hey, if you sit up here and you don't get right with what I know is God now, you're going to die before the end of the summer. I kid you not, brother. This man caught cancer. He turned as black as your hat, and he got cremated.
Mm.
And then that just made me like, okay, yeah, no, I want to run. I got to run from this because I don't know what this is. Maybe this ain't for me or whatever. But I
Yeah.
just wanted to ask you, that's why I want to do that. So it's a bunch of things that are implicated to me that maybe this is it, but I
Hmm.
don't know.
Okay, so I'm still going to ask you the question again to get it clear, right? Because the first
Yes,
answer
sir.
that I got that I kind of grabbed hold of was you saw that, okay, you got masonry in your family, right? You saw it in Faise of Mason. You saw Dr. Malachi York taught the Masonic science. It's not really answering for me why what's your name, Denzel?
Yes, sir.
Why does Denzel want to be a Mason though? Okay,
It's
the reason
the
I'm asking you
mystery
this is because what if we worship the devil? What if you know what I mean? What if we're actually satanic? What if we're Luciferians? What if we, have this
I want.
agenda to go against and destroy the planet? What is it that you actually want to become a Mason for?
I want to know what y'all about. To be honest, it's not really probably. If I'm being honest, I want to know what was really going on. I want to know what's behind
Okay, so
everything.
then let me tell you something. If you want to know what we're about, you can get the Malcolm Duncan book online, right? You can read Dr. Malachi York's books about masonry, fellowcraft, the Nuwapian Grand Lodge books, all of those books. He got a lot of those out. You can Google and research Albert Pike and the rest of these people, Prince Hall, Manly P. Hall, if you just want to know what it's about. If you want to have the experience of a traveler to become a better man, then this
Well,
is for
that's what
you.
they told me
If you
it
just
was
want to know
about.
what it's about, I promise you, any Mason that'll tell you you can't learn what Masonry is about from reading is lying. You can learn what it's about from reading. You just won't have the experience of what these exchanges meant for you. Like, okay, you can watch Chris Rock get slapped in the mouth by Will Smith.
Yes, sir.
You don't know what Chris Rock went through.
No, not at all.
Emotionally, every emotional signature has a resonance that portrays information to you. You know what I'm saying? Every time you experience that signature, there's a whole story that he can write off of just being slapped. There's a whole
Yes, sir.
story that you can write off that look that your mama gave you when you was talking out of turn around adults and you was a child, right? You get what I'm explaining? So
Yeah,
that's
I
just
understand it.
instantaneous signature of saying this happened, Chris Rock got slapped. This happened, your mother looked at you a certain way. Okay, you're talking about a broad spectrum of information and affirmation that not every Mason even accesses when they become a Mason. You have some people who remain an Enter the Apprentice their entire life. You have some people who will remain a fellowcraft their entire life. You have some people who may reach that Eminem and they'll stop there. They won't go on with honorary studies and keep on adding on to their temperature or their degrees. You understand? Even with those
Yes, I
three
understand.
that I just listed, from the EA to the FC to the M&M, you still have
Mm-hmm.
people who are EAs and will be that their whole life and still don't know what it's about. You got Masons who never even finished becoming Into the Apprentice. So technically, they can't even walk around with the emblem without being stepped to. And they may know more about it, right, than those who have reached these other levels. Because just because you became an M&M didn't mean that you went through what's called due process.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
You understand? My point is this. It's about the experience of what it means to become a better man. And being that we are not just men, all right? You're not just Denzel. I'm not just Omari of Phase One. I am what I do. Like if I start rapping right now, I'm a rapper, okay? If I go out and commit a murder, what am I?
You're a murderer.
Okay, if I go around and start barbering, what am I?
You're a barber.
Okay, that's the same thing.
You
It's
embody
saying
what
that
you
you
do.
are what you do.
Okay.
Masonry is about works. Okay, a lot of people become a Mason to walk around with the emblem. All right,
No,
they
I
do
was
like
trying to
this.
see. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why they become a Mason. They want to walk around and look important. They want to
Yes, sir.
do all of the grips and the handshakes, as it's called, or give the tokens. They want to utter the sacreds or utter the passwords, right? They want to be able to see a brother and be like, you think you just pointing up, you looking up. We know what we saying. They want that. They want to on the highway, right? They
Yes,
want to
sir.
go to the burning sand stores. They want to tell people like myself who became a Mason at 16, you couldn't have been a Mason at 16. They want to put their checks out and represent like Boy Scouts for some shit they don't even fully understand. Then you have the
Gotcha.
few who understood the allegory, knew what it meant to be a brick mason. Some people are actually literally in the construction work field and took on that field to have a better understanding of what are these tools that we're gauging. What is this gauge? What does
Yeah,
it mean to take a
24 is
rough
the
ashlar
compass.
and
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
smooth? How can I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
do that? And then they went in and found out, oh, this is how you measure this. This is why a right angle is important. If you build this faulty foundation, your whole building is sure to crumble.
We're going to fall. Oh,
Do you understand what I'm explaining to you? So you
I'm
become a brick
overstanding.
mason in
Yeah.
real life. It's about doing the works. So I understand that you're interested in it because you see other people. Maybe you observe my works. Maybe you observe Malachi's works. Maybe you observe your grandfather's works. That's fine. Now it's on Denzel because
Okay.
you're
Yes, sir.
not, listen, these are still people. Get that clear. These are
Oh,
still people that you would be going in to rub elbows with, so to speak. All right? You're
okay.
still going to be rendering over your identity, trusting and having faith in worshipful masters and guardians that you may not know whether or not they even have your best interests at heart. Okay? So it can't be just to be about something or be a part of something, then you just become a Boy Scout. It has to be, what is Denzel searching for? And once he finds it, how is he going to use it to serve humanity?
Well, Denzel is searching for the truth and the light and the understandings of the universe and how he can play his part to help out humanity. That is truly, honestly, if after you explain this, is my duty as what I've been felt like I should have been doing. Because as a kid, I was supposed, well, not supposedly, I was. It's just I say supposedly because I kind of turned my face away from it. But I was not, I don't do the whole Christianity thing now, okay? But first, I was on that, so please forgive me. But I was sitting up there. I was a minister. I was literally. I'm talking about balls to the walls. I'm out here like my grandmother. We had an old school bus, man. All right, and we had a church on the back end. We stayed in the hood. All right, there was a church literally on the other side. So we would literally try to go out to do drives. I'm talking about. I live in Houston, so I know when that hurricane hit a couple years ago. Man, I'm telling you, like I remember this and it pissed me off because part of my other family, they're kind of better lineage, whatever, and known in the city. But Sheila Jackson Lee, I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm out there giving out food. I'm at KIP. I'm like, okay, we're giving out food. She flies in, right, man, for about 30 minutes. She said I'm asking the lady because I know she know my people. I know you know the Poindexters. I go over there. She just leaves talking about, oh yeah, I gotta go, and then I asked her publicist because I know, I'm a little kid, but I'm a little bit known, and I'm like, hey, wait, he like, oh, we got a lunch meeting, so you're leaving for a lunch meeting when there's people out here, okay, cool, but I was out there literally giving out community, I was ministering, trying to be a minister, but it was something deeply seated, so that's why I want to help people. I want to do this work to. Well, not just kind of like you. I really felt in my spirit that's like, let's go, let's fight for these. I want to save people.
Okay. So then, yeah, you could become a traveler to do that, or you can travel on your own and do that. You don't have to join the lodge to do great works. All right. You don't have to
Oh,
join the
okay.
lodge to participate in the magnum opus. If you so choose to do so,
Yeah.
just know why. So what you
Yes,
would
sir.
do
Yes, sir.
is research it more, do what you're doing now,
Okay.
ask more questions of brothers who travel, um,
Okay.
attend some of the parades. If you see parades and the brothers are there, so you can meet some of the brothers in person.
Yes, sir.
Go to the
But it's not
lodges,
evil though.
go to the houses and knock on the door. You can knock 3 times, stand out there and wait. Go there on Thursday, stand out there and wait. And when you see a brother, ask them the same question. And the reason why I'm telling you to do this, so you can go and run into active brothers who may be still paying dues and a part of the lodges and the houses. I ain't been on that since like 2019. You understand? So you run into these brothers who can actually grip your hand and pull you through if you want to do that.
I'm with some, but I want to make sure that because I've had a lot of speculation,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like I want to know, I want before I go fully, and I want to make sure this ain't satanic because I'm not trying to go
Okay.
towards.
So it depends on the protext. It depends on what some people say the context. There are satanic
Okay.
masons. There are Luciferian Masons. There are Buddhist Masons. It's not strictly God or the Most High.
Because you said Thursday and somebody else got me on Tuesday.
It don't matter. I mean, I say Thursday because that's the day that you'll understand. You go there on Thursday. You're not 3 days. You can go whenever day you want to, right? But people are being raised every Thursday. I don't know
Yeah,
why
they
you talk
do.
about Tuesday. That's fine though. You
Yeah.
can go whatever day you want. There's 7 days.
No,
It's the key
you got
number, 7. Literally the key number is the reason why we capitalize the G's. All right, I've been handing out the keys. Every time you see that, the intention is to remind people about going to the center, asking why. It's my first book. My first book I ever wrote was called Why.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think you said you got the
Yes,
books.
sir. Yeah, I got them. I got them. I can send you. Well, I don't need to send them to you. I got them by email. Yeah, because I got them from what I forget her name. Because you told me to go to her to make sure because the Cash App and
Yeah, you
stuff.
told me, yeah, my wife.
And then yeah, your wife.
Right.
And also, I like that behind you there. I don't know if you did that on purpose.
You talking about this?
Yeah.
Malachi?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that? You can see that as Malachi from here?
Well, I noticed other pictures, and it tweaked my interest, and I'm like, he did that maybe on purpose, but I don't know why.
Oh. Well, yeah, somebody else hung it up, but I just moved the camera to get good lighting. But you deep though. but yeah, so you go and you meet with the brothers and you ask them. To be one, you ask one. That's the key. 2B1A1.
Okay.
Okay, which is
I wasn't going to
2B111,
send him the book.
which
I
is
was just going to show
2211.
him that I had them. I was just showing that I'm really like confirmation, so he know that it ain't no
It's
weird
satanic.
person
I'm
trying to.
telling you, it is satanic. It's also Christian. It's also Muslim. You have people in it who are Satanists. You got people in it who are Christians. I'm telling you, that's the answer. You got people in it who don't believe in religion, which means
Okay,
that
well,
they
just
actually
stay.
went
I'm
in
gonna stay
lying.
away from it.
Because the first
And
thing that you have to do is
just
say, yo, I bear witness and confess that there's a supreme being.
being, yeah,
Some niggas
yeah.
had their fingers crossed. They were atheists. They just wanted to be a part of it.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm definitely. Since you're saying all that, and I know the real people that are for me and my people, because I also what
What?
I know where to find Malachi Z. York books. I'm on a
But
Telegram
yeah,
with a
so
whole
that's what
bunch
you
of
do,
people
fat.
who
I
are.
gotta, we're gonna keep moving. Do that.
Oh, I got one
Go
last
ahead.
question. The shoes.
What shoes?
They're on your page.
The green ones?
Yeah,
Is the link still working?
yeah. I was just making sure that they're the right ones to get.
You saying you want to get them?
I'm going to get them if you say that they're the right ones to get. I'm not. It's not I want to. It's a I'm going to.
Okay. Yeah, you be supporting the business. I appreciate love you for that. I haven't been pushing it because that was for the green light movement. You can still get them though. There's a lot of people that still have my shoes. So yeah,
Oh, they're not like some kind of special shoes or nothing. It's just to support.
like Mike, like the movie. No, they got me on it. That's special. You supported me. That's special. Nah, man. What you on?
Man, I just sent you some money there, brother. I
Yeah,
just sent you some money.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Either
yeah,
way,
we'll do
you know what I'm
that.
saying? Listen, I'm not talking you out of getting the shoes, right? Because the shoes are we went through and we partnered with alive.com, right? So I think the shoes like $239. I don't even get all the $239. That was just so people could be unified and doing something together, the green light movement. So yeah, you can
Okay.
if you send funds, that's fine. Also, you got the books. Thank you for supporting with that. You know what I mean? Other than that, no, I didn't put out no special shoes other than the fact that it's mine and that everybody was getting them together at one point.
You ever go start selling them beanies, man? Cause I
I
sure like
did
to get
listen.
caught one.
So okay, so here's the thing with the beanies. This I got from Goodwill. So this was like $2, right? And
What?
it, as you know, Goodwill, you don't got a lot of products. That's the same thing. This was the only one that was like that. It was in a bin, which is I feel is divine because how could I even have, it was just timing. And then it just so happened to be that all this stuff aligned with it, even down to movies like the Sonic movie 3, where they were talking about the gravity being red, it pulls you down, and the gravity being green pulls you up, right? So
Mm.
I did start, we did, but we had moved, and I think some stuff got lost while we were moving that affected the production and getting those hats out. So I do have to let those people know who did get, I think it was like 7 or 8 people who got those hats. They paid $60 for them. What y'all can do, I'm gonna have to make it official though, make an official announcement, is you can switch over the value to different things like either books or donate or something like that, or get another product when we roll out another product, and you just let it roll over as a credit, or we're gonna have to just start reimbursing people, refunding people.
Okay,
I'm
yes,
not
sir.
over that department, but I take full responsibility for it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand. Well, hey, Faze, like I said, brother Ashe, peace and
Mm.
love. We on the rise. I hope to see you pretty soon. I also told you, like I said, I'm going to be going to Missouri pretty soon, and I'm
Okay.
gonna be trying to make my way out to Atlanta. So stay up. I don't know about that blessed, but you stay favored, brother.
Okay. You as well. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
All right. Thank you for talking to me.
How do I get out?
All right. So simple. So simple. All right. Who else we got? You can come up here. You can talk to me. You can prove me wrong. Whatever you want to do. You think you got some shit to say about Rashad Jamal? You mad at me still because I've been showing the truth? You can come up here and talk to me. We don't have people come up here was mad at me and they switched over by the end of the talk we had. They were like, "Shit, I'm walking with you. Where you at?" You know what I mean? And I don't blame them because we make shit make sense over here. It's what we're known for. You just didn't know about me till now. All right. So okay, I just sent somebody an invite. Let's see if you're coming up. If not, we're gonna get somebody else. I see you, Trey. All right, we're gonna get somebody else. I tried to pull somebody else up here. That's you, what do you call it? RW9 times. Trey, I just sent you an invite.
What's going on, big
Yo,
guy?
what's going on?
Ain't nothing too much, big dog. Out here doing this little photo shoot. But I just wanted to tap in on the music tip. So, using one of the biggest tools in the world that we all seem to be using, especially me and you, to tap into a different frequency within the being. What makes you decide to use this as the most, I guess, your most frequent tool? Like, what was that decision? And instead of being like more physically radical, because I'm ex-military, and a lot of my getting into shit, who we are, who you are, the knowledge. Malachi York was me being top secret. I had a lot of access to shit, so
Mm-hmm.
that's how I ran across Malachi. And then me going into that research, I found you because you was the only nigga that was on here like actually talking about it, like in the music, in your movements, going outside, like you really lived it. And so, first off, that's what made me understand that it's a lot of people out here that are scared to even speak on this type of knowledge. Second, it made me understand that I had to find a different way because I was getting in trouble physically. Like I was getting put in cells, holding cells, all kinds of shit for trying to just put out information that I was on. And it wasn't even like the deep stuff that Malachi be on. It was just the stuff that's held within the 25-year law. Because when you top secret, you get access to shit that's still within this, what they call a 25-year law, which is like it doesn't get undisclosed until after 25 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what made you decide to speak as loud as you have been and always been and use music as your tool of choice?
That's a good question. Well, first of all, when it comes to stuff like whether or not we're going to take the physical route or we're going to, use what we can, which is the digital, it's
Right.
a lot safer for one. It makes more sense for two. You're going to reach more people. And we don't need people getting locked up. We got brains. You know what I mean?
So,
We don't need people getting locked up. We don't need people shooting out with the police. We don't need people mad at the police just because. You get what I'm saying? I got a song called Beta Wave, which was aligned with the time of the George Floyd, all of that.
yep.
And about a year ago, I was like, yo, I could shoot a video for this. This could go big. I'm like, I thought to myself, I said, I'm way too big now for me to do something like that and have everybody amped up and mad at the police.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because in all actuality, we have to start working with the police.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Why? Because we don't have one.
Exactly. We got to infiltrate and build our own so we can
I don't mean
militarize.
infiltrate. I mean, we got to start with the police. Meaning, if the police are looking for criminals in our community, we got to help them, right?
Understood.
If we know there's some shit going on and it's beefs and it's escalating and children are dying and all kind of innocent civilians are being shot, we got to shut certain things down. If we know it's a trap house that's got drugs flooding through our community, all right, we can make attempts to, because you can hold city halls and all kind of stuff, town halls. We got to make attempts to get those people to shut it down on their own. And if they refuse, we send them folks through, the ones that they can't refuse.
Right.
We have to take more control over our community. So my point is, the fuck the police shit I grew up on. However, I kept growing up. We can't stay little children who think that criminals is here to protect us, and the ones that we don't dial 678-355-9999. We dial 911.
Right.
With some shit going on. We don't have a line that we can call and they show up and they ready like the Black Panthers and they gonna make sure that things get put into place to protect and serve. So the fact that we even still call 911 means that we have some type of collaborative tendencies already when it comes to them. So then we just need to activate those tendencies further to make sure that those people are able to do what they're supposed to do. They should be more proactive, and we can make them be more proactive by utilizing our power as quote unquote citizens. My point to you is I can't be anti-12.
Yeah.
Okay. I know a lot of people would like for it to be like that, but I can't be like that because the police ain't the problem. You feel what I'm saying? And we've been taught that police, like we used to call them pigs, we've been taught that they somehow are just, when it comes to rhetoric, just magically all Caucasians.
Right.
Or they're just magically, nobody has police family members or family members that are a part of the academy.
Right.
We're taught that they're all just anti-melanin dominant people and they're all corrupt. And no, we can't, it becomes another form of prejudice. All right, which means that anytime that we're treating these people because they go in and clock in and do a job just because of what they're wearing or what they appear like, we're treating them negatively. We're participating in the same systematic prejudice that we say we're fighting against. And I observed that in real time when we were outside with George Floyd and them, and you had the melanin dominant people and the Caucasoids having people screaming in these officers' faces 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours on end.
Right.
And we're not expecting or even thinking about that those people may have undergone some type of psychological damage because of just those 13 days they were out there, or being screamed at, being called pig. And you looking at melanin dominant people, they out there, they may agree with everything you're saying, but because they got on a uniform, you're handling them wrong. Maybe they had a father who was in the academy and all they ever wanted to do was just be like their dad. And they actually did show up and help you when your mama needed this and this was going on in the community. So my point is, those people who are still trying to make the police be the enemy, they're the problem. Those people who are still trying to make the military and the government the enemy, they're the problem. Those people who are still trying to make Caucasians the enemy, they're the problem. Anybody who is looking at the enemy without looking at the inner me, meaning if we're going to say us as in a unified force, and not look at the fact that that still ties to a concept or a precept called me, when you look at it as one identity, right? If we're not focusing on me, you, us, in whatever community of people that we're talking about, and we're looking out at everybody else pointing the finger there, then we're the problem. So my point to you to answer the question is I had to realize earlier on, a physical revolution is not the way.
Mm.
I had this question I asked when I was in high school with the brothers I used to teach called Pharaoh Clan. We had an organization I created called Pharaoh Clan, right? Well, I used to walk around with the brothers on the campus and teach them, and you see certain videos floating around while I was on school campus teaching everybody and da-da-da-da with the whoop. I had a question that I asked them one of the shadow hours when we had a class, and it was, I said, how many lives are worth your revolution?
Mm.
Somebody said 100,000. Somebody said 1,000. Somebody said however many people need to die for us to win. Da, 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 da. I said, you're not ready to fight until your answer is 0.
Yeah, because why we sacrificing?
Why we sacrificing? That's not even our way.
Right.
Until your answer is 0, you're not ready as you think you are to fight. Soldiers don't run the war. We need more soldiers who understand general tactics.
Right.
And you were part of military, right? So
For
you
sure. I'm
understand
ex-military
what I'm
now.
saying all too well.
Oh, yeah, I'm already in now.
A soldier can't be just an idiot, right? Even though they have the ASVAB, but they try to hide the fact that they are trying to gauge intelligence. They will try to use people with less intelligence to be the expendables, while they place the ones with more intelligence in the, you know what I'm saying, control rooms and over the engineering projects and stuff like that.
What you were just explaining to the other G that was just on here, when you was explaining to him like masonry, like everybody don't get access to that information, and you can't be mad at them for that. But they do suit on. So nah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, so my point is, we can't do, like Rashad Jamal was talking about people ain't ready for the revolution. They're not serious about it. I'm ready to die. We going to war. Da, 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 da. You will die. You can still go to war. It'll be great. You're going to die. And if that was your goal, fine. Okay? But then you start realizing people don't really want to die, because he was pushing a narrative that when it came time to it, he was going to shoot out with the police. He did no such thing. He went in and he decided to be a prisoner of war, whereas he was teaching other people, no, shoot it out with them.
Right.
Fuck that. My point is, people want to live. It's in your nature to actually want to live, right? It's really just a primitive science. So then why would we be pushing a narrative for people to go out and die before their time? And if we got parents dying, what's up with the children? What about the children? We got children dying. What's up with our future? We need more people to use their brains. So I use my brain at 5 years old. And I told my Umi, I said, my mother, I said, I'm going to become a celebrity. And that's how I'm going to fight. Because I realized that everybody respected these celebrities and looked up to them and stuff like that. But I didn't really get the message that they were pushing. As a child, I ain't even like it. Listen, the lean with it, rock with shit, I didn't like that. I hated it. You know what I mean? I had siblings that used to call me lame for that. They're like, nigga, you lame. Why you don't want to dance? Da, 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 da. I'm like, it's not that. It's just, this is stupid. They had songs like Girl Shake That Laffy Taffy. And I used to be sitting there like this as a child, like really confused. Like, bro, why is this a song? This doesn't make sense. I want to learn something. But it's because I came from an environment where it was about learning things, using your brain. When we left Tom Ray and we couldn't go back no more, and we came out into this world, it still doesn't make sense to me. So I never integrated. Some people, they took off the true science and they put on the fabricated one, and they just integrated. And then they run it into me like, yo, and they've been reminded. I'm like, yo, you didn't never have to integrate this shit. We were supposed to be able to change it. So my answer to you is, the reason why I did it is because I saw a long time ago that it could work, because I already understood how the negativity was prospering. All right. All you had to do was calculate positivity and it will prosper. If you got negative manipulation, there must be something called positive manipulation, or what they say, putting the medicine in the candy. Okay, that's what I do. You can call it whatever you want. I don't care. I still used it. If they got negative music that makes it into the mainstream, we got positive music that can make it into the mainstream.
Exactly.
If you got negative movements and people that don't really care about the people, you must have a positive movement. All of these things have to be balanced in some way. It's just that this left-hand shit was using a lot more of that balance equation, right, to tip that. And people weren't paying attention to that. So after a while, this became the norm and we become the outcast. Rashad Jamal and his ways, people say this must be the way to go because they want to wake up. It's not their fault to want to wake up. Okay, they're not at fault for that. However, they're responsible for their awakening. And they must understand, when you start preaching that you're a scientist, when you start preaching that you're divinely aligned and you're special and this, that, and the third, it has to align with what you're saying. It has to align with what you're pushing. It has to align with
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. Maybe
You're
you're on
doing
your way. That's fine. Say you're on your way. Don't
right.
claim you're one of the elders. Say you're on your way to finding out whether you are.
Mm-hmm.
That way you don't yield more people who align with the left hand. We need more people to be able to work that right hand to balance it out. You get what I'm
Facts.
saying? So that's why I did
Yeah.
this. I knew it was a weapon. However, I knew it was a remedy also. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
can't
man.
just have
The
war
only
without
reason
healing.
that, the only thing that even made me even take that stance, probably 2015, is probably when I actually took it super serious as far as like using the music as a weapon, for the right hand for sure. But it's like the only thing that made me take that stance was getting in trouble, bro. Like hitting my head over trying to find, because I had got access to. I used to make UAV, bro. Like on Call of Duty,
Yes.
that was my job in the military, and so that's why I did the top secret clearance. So I was able to use the satellites and all the different non-rays of light to make maps and give it to the commander, give him coordinates, all of that, seeing the elevation, the whole nine. It got to a point where I'm giving the coordinates for different things, and I was able to see child farms and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's going on in Iran and different things like that. And so that piqued my interest, because now I'm like, what's really going on? Why are we doing this? Why are these even allowed to be a thing? That's disgusting. So then I started following all of the children stuff that was going on. Like, why is there 240,000 children missing every year? Where are they going? Where the bodies at? Why we ain't finding nothing? Getting deeper into all of that type of stuff. Ended up in a weird little rabbit hole where I'm getting followed by little white vans, FBI people, because they knew who I was. I got a top secret clearance. Like, they know what I'm doing. And so that's what got me in trouble. Once I ended up in a holding cell for doing like this thing called the False Flag March in like 2016, 2017. That's what had to change my mind, because I was like, yo, I'm about to get my whole family in trouble. I'm about to get everybody around me in trouble. I'm about to get everybody hit, targeted, domestic terrorists, all that extra shit. Because they put me on a domestic terrorist list for 2 years for that shit. And it's like, I didn't understand what I was doing at the time, because I wanted to be a martyr. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, okay, we got a gun hole. We got our gangs. I'm from Chicago. So we got our gangs. We got, what I'm saying, what we need as far as like what we think we needed, but we don't have enough numbers, and niggas is not thinking how we thinking, and they're not militant in their movement. So we can't even conglomerate the way that we need to. And that's when I was finally shown, like, I gotta integrate with this, like, to even make this make sense. And not only integrate, but I gotta switch up the weapon and the method, because the weapon that I was using, the brute force and trying to just go outside and be loud about it and rally up people, it only worked but so much until you end up in a Rashad Jamal type, until you end up in that imposter syndrome, because it ain't too much you gonna do if you really not down to die for this shit. And so that part is what made me like really realize, like, all right, we got to switch up the method, we got to switch the frequency, and I got to understand how I want to attack this beast. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate what you do. I just wanted to come on here and ask that question. And yeah, I appreciate how you move and what you got going on. And I feel like everybody need to be able to take what you said and do their own research and go into their own walk and their own experience. And to the G that was on here before, like, I don't think you should do too much anything, my boy. You do the way he was asking questions. You got some more research to do, my guy. No cap. But everybody got to walk their own journey for real. It don't look the same for nobody, and it is an experience. But I appreciate you, my boy. That's all I had.
Hey, thank you too, family. Peace to you.
Sure.
Hey, tell us a little bit before you go. Tell us a little more about your music and where people can find it at.
For sure. So I'm gonna just talk about the one we did. You feel me? So we got the Me and You, Up the Score with Mickey Fact on it, and we just talking what we talking about right now. We putting the knowledge into the music. We doing what we say we doing. I really go outside. I'm outside right now shooting a video shoot, waiting on the dude to show up. But at the end of the day, that's what the music is about. It's about uplifting the vibration and changing how we thinking on the inside, starting with that water, starting with this 70%. So I think we're doing a good job. Everybody go stream up the score, and I'm gonna just continue moving, man. I try to do my best to just keep on putting out the vibration in different ways, different frequencies. It don't matter if it's trap, rock. It don't matter what genre it is. I feel like we've been tapping in and doing that for a long time. So it's like everybody can do it, but you got to find your own way to do it. That's what we on. I say.
Exactly. Shout out to you, family. How you say it? It's Trey, right? Or
Yes,
you say
sir.
TR3?
TR3 is the artist name. My real name, Trey, though.
Yeah. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Trey.
For
And
sure.
we're gonna do another one too. So hit me.
Oh, I got you. Say less.
All right, peace.
One.
Thank you for talking to me.
Yes, sir.
Just like that. Yeah, Mickey Fats on that song. Up the score. Up the score. UPTHESCORE. Shout out to TR3. What else? Who else? This opportunity for all y'all comment hoppers too. Like again, you find out when you talk to me, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm just gonna talk right to you and through you. We don't gotta do the comment thing. Hop on up and speak to me. Let's see if you know what you're talking about. That's it. That's all. That's what my people had to do before I was born. That's what we had to do. We had to do that in the streets. We had to do it with the Sunnis, everybody, the Christians, Hebrew Israelites. We had to do that. So I'm not used to the whole culture of comment and run. Speak. Let's see if y'all can stand up. All right, who want to come up? He says, Samuel, what you want? Last time I seen you, somebody said you wanted to roast RJ. I'm like, why? Better to Beyonce. Not many of them in here. Yeah, I don't think they be really wanting it though. I don't think they want it. These be some of their black belts. I don't think they really want it. What you want, Sam? All right, I'm gonna add you. I just sent you one.
What's up, Faze?
What's
Black power to you,
up?
brother. Black power to you. Brother Faze, did you hear the Honorable Louis Farrakhan's message on Freemasonry?
When?
Like 1987. He got it on YouTube though. It's mad sharp. It's mad sharp. I think you appreciate it, especially you. Especially you, because he really went in on masonry and the difference between black masonry and white masonry.
There's
Do
no
you
difference
see?
between. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna ask you, do you
That's
see?
me being me. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, do you see any difference between
No,
black masonry and white masonry? No?
I thought you never asked. But is that all you had to say though? Because you know I'm get into it. I ain't want you to be stopped right there.
No, because I was gonna ask you, Farrakhan posed this question to all Masons, black Masons to be exact. He said, if there's no difference between white masonry and black masonry, why don't black Masons equally rule like white Masons?
Because a lot of black Masons are disenfranchised at birth in that day and time. We're not in that same day and time. So it wouldn't even apply to right now. But around that day and time, they were still struggling with the amassed systemic racism, right? So a lot of them were disenfranchised at birth, dealing with the residue of Jim Crow. You know what I mean? The racist police force was at an all-time high. Racial tension was at an all-time high. So it didn't stop at sororities and fraternities. Okay. So he may have had a point at that time speaking about where they will be coming from to be Masons. However, that doesn't have anything to do with Masonry. That has everything to do with people and whether or not they're going to know the right people to be able to get in position to rise up, or what they're willing to do to get in those quote unquote positions to rise up, or whether or not they're going to see that those positions are elevated only for a certain type of people. And they're going to decide to elevate people in another way where they'll create newer seats and form their own thing, right? So no, there is no difference between a black Mason and no disrespect to the minister, it doesn't even make sense, right? What he's saying. Because ultimately, I mean, of course, I get it from the time being where he was talking about where their origins would have been. The whole thing doesn't make sense because if you're saying a Mason, it's saying literally somebody who works with bricks, right? If that's under their belt, somebody that works with bricks might also own a communist club down the street. Somebody that works with bricks might also be a barber down the street. Does this make sense to you?
I'm trying to walk with you.
My point is, you're still a Mason. What you do with masonry, that's something totally different. What you are is a Mason. And then it's your works that's saying you're either becoming a better man or you're not becoming a better man. However, you still have masonry under your belt. So there's no black Mason, white Mason, Asian Mason. That's racial politics, right? Or identity politics. Has nothing to do with the science of being able to be a builder. Has nothing to do with the science of being an architect. Has nothing to do with the sciences of being a carpenter. Has nothing to do with the sciences of being, it's just saying you see somebody as melanin dominant or a melanin recessive person, and you look of their position in society at that time and think that that makes them two different types of Masons. No, you can have an end of the Princess Caucasoid, and you can have a worshipful master, master Mason, 32nd degree or third degree elevated Mason. That's a melanin dominant person. And when they come behind them walls, they don't have nothing to do with the race, the science.
Okay, brother.
However, when you deal with the people, they can be racist. The people can be prejudiced. All right, so then don't join their clubs.
So,
don't try to
brother
get a position in their walk. Go ahead.
So what the Honorable Louis Farrakhan mentioned was, like you said, the science, right? So we understand masonry in antiquity, the knowledge of the working tools is our science. We can see that all the way back in ancient Kemet. We can even see that in Mesopotamia, even in ancient Greece.
Right.
But when we look at the Masonic lore, like the Hiram Abiff, the ruffians, this is when it becomes more of the racial agenda. So he mentioned the science of Hiram Abiff. You take a master builder, okay? Hiram Abiff, for those who don't know, is the architect of Solomon's temple, okay? So you take a master builder and you have three ruffians trying to get the secret sauce, the secret Krabby Patty formula on how he became a master builder, and they decide to kill him, right? And in the process of killing him, they bury him, and under this, and during this process, there is an acacia tree that grows from his dead body, meaning that there is still productivity with this man's dead body. Now, he broke down the symbolism of that, saying that we as Black people have a history of being the builders and architects of the world. The cosmos is literally a reflection of our own ability. But when you take these people and hit them upside the head, you kill the master builder. So how can we go from pyramid builders to being unemployed, to not knowing how to build a house?
Okay, so what is the science of the story?
Well, the science of the story, well, basically what Brother Farrakhan was talking about was, he talked about how Hiram Abiff is a representation of you as a Black man. And them killing the master builder, okay, is a representation of the system working together to keep the Black race down.
Okay, so no, it isn't.
Okay, Malachi Z. York has a great book. You probably, no, you definitely know, because I seen you flash the cover of it in one of your things. It's the book where, I don't know the name of it, but I'm gonna describe the cover. You'll think of the name, I'm pretty sure. It has the Black man chained up with a Ku Klux Klan
Breaking the spell.
Breaking the spell. Can you show everyone that
I'm looking for
that cover?
Yeah, I'm about to look for it now.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I might have to move my camera. It took a while for it to get set up. Hold on.
Okay. Thank you so much, brother.
Now I got you. Breaking the Spell, Right Knowledge series. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it without showing my background, which I didn't want to show, which is
Okay.
outside.
Okay. Let me try to pull it up on
But
my
I'm trying to
phone.
see if I can position the computer without cutting that bitch off.
Okay.
All right. You can see it in the bottom corner of my screen.
Right. You're just move your phone a little bit to the curve.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't want to show my
I got you,
background.
brother. Let me
Let
see
me
if
see
I
if
can
I
post it right here.
can though.
There we go. Let's see. Breaking the Spell, you said? I'm gonna put a closer picture for the people.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck it up if I do
I
it.
got you, brother. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
But what you probably
See yours.
can't see is this right here is the KKK, man. This is
Mm-hmm.
one of the
Standing over the
prisoners of
black
war.
man.
It's another prisoner of war. Okay, that KKK man is also in apparent Masonic attire.
Okay. So here we go right here, y'all, for the people that want to see a closer picture. So
Fact.
the science. So we came here as master builders. Now, like if you keep in mind the initiation, right? You are hoodwinked. You cable told, right? So you in a state of having to listen to instructions. Okay. If you seen the movie Roots, which is written by a Mason, Alex Haley, he actually um reenacts the Masonic initiation with them being cable told, blindfolded, and stuff like that when the slaves get on the slave ship. Okay, so that made me like that was a huge, eye opener right there for me when I saw that example in Alex Haley's thing. But my point here is Farrakhan mentioned that they don't teach you the same things that they teach you in the white lodges, meaning that okay, they don't teach you that the secret is to keep the black race down. The secret is to step on the black race at all times. When you read Albert Pike's Morals and Dogmas, you see in the opening page, he talks about the rough ashlar and the smooth ashlar. He says the rough ashlar represents humanity before we apply our Masonic knowledge to them to smooth them out. Okay, so when you look at us as a community, you see we're in a rough state where we are a rugged people at this current point. You know what I'm saying? And constantly they push their Masonic agendas, whether it be their music that they put in our ears, the things they flash on our televisions, all these things impact us. So they are square molding and shaping us through these actions every day.
Wait, what do you mean square molding?
Square molding and shaping.
Yeah, what is square molding?
Square, one word, molding, another word, and shaping. Not saying square molding as one word. I'm saying square, one word,
Okay,
molding.
so they are. Oh, you're saying that that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Square is an emphasis on the molding and shape. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Molding us how?
All right. What do you mean? What do you mean by molding us? How? Was
Can you explain it? Okay, here's what I'm trying to gauge. Can you explain to me the science of the rough ashlar to the smooth ashlar?
on this practical sense, or what Albert Pike said in the Morals and Dogmas?
All of it. What's the basics?
All right. So the basics, the rough ashlar, the smooth ashlar, on the basic level, it represents the Mason before he has received Masonic knowledge. It
Right.
represents him in his uninitiated state
Mm-hmm.
before he's smooth and polished with the light.
Right.
On the Morals and Dogma process, it is a group of people who have not been worked on to be squared, molded, and shaped into the will of the Masons.
So this sounds like somebody who's not a Mason.
Albert Pike, Albert Pike's a 33rd degree Mason.
So what is a 33rd degree Mason?
Scottish Rite, highest ranking.
It's 3 degrees.
It's 3 degrees in the Blue Lodge.
It's three degrees, period, all across
Yes,
the
but
planet.
but then when you get past those 3 degrees, you
No,
have an
that's
option to
okay. So
seek
that's
more light.
honorary studies.
You said what?
That's honorary studies.
Okay, correct.
So, okay, who is Albert Pike?
Albert Pike is a 33rd degree Mason.
What is a 30? Okay, here's my point to you. If you go to my page and you find a video that says 13 Masonic secrets, in that video, I said, I think it was the sixth one. I said, nobody cares about Albert Pike. Get off YouTube.
Who does not, you know, they built the whole statue of Albert Pike and that they just tore down not too long ago. Who doesn't care about Albert Pike?
We don't.
He's one of the top Masons in Scottish Rite. Like they
Okay.
still venerate him today.
We still don't care.
Who is we?
We, listen, my point is, when people say, if you're a Mason, you believe Albert Pike. No, the fuck we don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. As a traveler, we don't give a damn about Albert Pike. Get off YouTube.
Who is we?
Get off the internet. Ask
Brother
someone
Faise.
who traveled whether or not we give a damn what Albert Pike said.
Brother
We
Faise.
became a traveler ourselves, not to look at the next man and ask what his works are, to look at our works. Not to ask the next man, what does he think about the sciences? To understand the sciences. All the allegory, I promise you, there are a million different ways you can take the Hiram Abiff story and flip it to the allegory that applies to the day and time you're in. Go figure. There are a million different ways you can take turning a rough ashlar into a smooth ashlar and say, this is what it means for this. That's why it's all about allegory and parables. Meaning, as long as you got a brain and you're able to do it, you're able to pair it to whatever you want to pair it to. It works for everybody. So if you're a non-Mason, right, and you're saying this is that of the third, or even if you're Albert Pike, and you're saying this is that in the third, or you're saying you're Minister Louis Farrakhan, you're saying this is that of the third, okay, what is the science that y'all are putting the allegory to?
So, Brother Faise, when you say we don't care about Masonry, I'm assuming you're talking about Black Masons, because white Masons.
Yeah, well, we can
white
start with
Masons
Black Masons,
venerate.
but at the same time, that doesn't mean that every so-called Black Mason doesn't care about Albert Pike.
I understand what you're saying, but when you say we, you have to understand white Masons venerate. They literally have in Washington, D.C. Faise, an Albert Pike memorial statue.
In white DC. Masons venerate him?
You said what?
Only white Masons venerate him?
Yes, that's why I told you. Yes,
no, there are
because,
melanin dominant ones who care about him also.
But you said we don't care about him. So who?
Okay,
who
the reason why I'm saying we don't care is people say that y'all are Satanists. No, we're not. There are some who are.
Can you repeat that, brother?
There are people who say Masons are Satanists. I will respond, no, we're not. Then we could advance that statement further to say there are Satanists who are Masons. There are Buddhists who are Masons. There are these people. You understand what I'm saying to you? The general statement of we are Satanists doesn't apply. The general statement of we care about Albert Pike and what the fuck he was talking about doesn't apply. The general statement that we believe in something called a Black Mason or a white Mason doesn't apply to all of us. So it's not a true statement.
Well, when you say we don't care about Albert Pike,
I'm talking about all Masons don't care. Not all Masons care about Albert Pike.
Okay.
Does that
majority of
make
the
sense?
white ones?
And the reason why we're having that talk is because you're telling me what Albert Pike said about taking something rough and making it smooth. Do you understand the definition? Let me ask you this. You understand the definition of boule?
Boule?
Yeah.
Is that the quote unquote Black fraternity that assists the white supremacist agenda?
What's that the definition of the word?
The definition of the French word boule? No, I do not know.
Let's look it up together.
All right, cool.
We're going to etymology. I'm still on what you're talking about.
All right.
Etymology. Boule, French, literally ball. I'm about to get one. This is a ball. I don't know why I have it. I can't play, but I still got it. And you see this is a ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say this is well-rounded?
Yeah, sure.
What does it mean to be well-rounded?
The ball is in the perfect spherical shape.
Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to get a brick. A rough ashlar. If I take this rough ashlar and I smooth it out all around, what will it become?
If you take a rough ashlar and you smooth it out, it becomes a
From
perfect
all
ashlar.
directions.
It becomes a perfect ashlar.
Which is what?
The perfect ashlar.
It's a sphere.
A perfect ashlar is a sphere.
This is what I'm telling you the science is. It's a sphere. First of all, how is this not perfect? Because it's a prism?
I'm trying to
Why are you
walk
using
with you, brother.
the word perfect?
You said why did they use the word perfect in masonry?
Why are
when they
you
talk
using
about
the word perfect?
I didn't hear what you said, brother. What did you say?
I'm asking why are you using the word perfect?
I'm using the word perfect ashlar as when they refer to it because it has no rough edges to it. It's perfectly square, molded, and shaped.
This is not a rough edge?
I don't understand what you're getting at, brother. I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is a rough ashlar. It's rough and rugged. Do you understand? Okay, you're talking to someone who traveled the walk. You can't read this part. I'm telling you this part for you to be able to look into the science yourself. This is rough. But I'm saying, why are we using the word perfect? Tamim in Hebrew. Why are we using that word instead of looking at the mathematical science? What will happen when you smooth this out?
Forgive me, brother, but I'm trying to figure out your logic
The logic
and where you're going with
is,
I'm
do you
lost
know
on
what it means to be well-rounded?
To be well-rounded, it depends on the context in which it's used. But usually when
All right, so
people
let's
say
look at
I'm
Google's.
well-rounded,
We're gonna look at Google's context.
it means well-versed, well-knowledged, well-studied.
Oh, are there any Masons in here? Are there any travelers in here? Does that align with what we were taught? How to be well-knowledged, how to be well-versed? Does that align? Or am I just making it up? If so, I'll Google it. Well, it's the reason why I'm saying it this way. Having a variety of experiences and abilities, keyword experiences and abilities, and a fully developed personality, well-rounded individuals. Now watch this, well-rounded, having a smooth, curved shape, pleasingly varied or balanced, well-rounded, okay? My point to you is the purpose of even being a Mason is to be well-rounded. You're not getting these tools just to have them. You're getting these tools to learn how to use them. So you're the one that they literally can call in to do multiple types of jobs or charities. You get what I'm explaining to you? The reason why we're having this talk is because Farrakhan is telling you there's a difference in the melanin dominant Mason and the melanin recessive Mason. No, there isn't.
And the question
both.
still remains. I'm sorry, brother Faise. If there is no difference, I know you mentioned racism, but a lot of our civil rights activists overrode the racist system through their Masonic knowledge. You know, the NOI is filled with Masons. They literally lifted the black man out of the dead state and caused criminals to be educators, literally. Like, so Elijah Muhammad was a Mason. So even though he suffered racism, it didn't stop him from getting the light and spreading the light. So we can't use the system on why black Masons don't rule equally to white Masons, especially if they have the same knowledge. How
Why do
can
we
you
want
have
to
the same
rule
knowledge
equally
as
with
someone?
them? For one, why do we want to rule equally with them? You think Masonry is about becoming rulers?
Yes. That's as a matter of fact, that's what Albert Pike said literally in
Again,
Laws and Dogma.
who asked
That's
Albert
what he said literally.
Pike?
Brother, you saying Albert Pike is irrelevant because you're a black
No,
Mason. White Masons
I
venerate
never
him
told
so
you I
much
was black. Never
they
once.
got
The
him
first thing you
they got
got
a
on here, you
memorial
said to
on
me
him.
was black power to you. I never said I was black. Did I?
I mean, as much as I understand what you're saying, it doesn't take away from the fact that there's a major difference between how a Prince Hall Mason may view Albert Pike to a Scottish Rite Mason. Like I said,
So,
they got a memorial for him in
so,
DC that they just tore down.
so,
They just tore not the
I
people
wasn't
were
even there.
around
So
you, but
what does that have to do with what I can do with the tools I
You
have?
said what?
What is his? I don't even give a damn about the statue. It could still be up. I'll go take pictures with it. It doesn't have anything to do with whether or not I'm going to be able to awaken a dead people. What does that have to do with us? We don't play identity politics. That's the outside world. That's probably why this stuff makes sense to you. It don't make sense to me.
Wait
We don't give a
a
damn
minute.
what
Wait.
Albert
Hold on.
said.
I'm sorry. I actually missed what you said. What was the first thing you said before you got to what you just said? You said, "What does that have to do with me?"
Yeah.
What do you mean? What does that have to do?
The statue. What does the statue have to do with me?
I'm telling you, when you say we don't care about Albert Pike, referring to Masons, I say that is not true. They built a statue and
I don't care.
memorial of this guy in D.C.
I don't care about Albert Pike.
Okay, that's much better. You don't care
Okay,
about
I was looking to get to something better. I'm grateful we reached that. I don't care, and I don't know anybody who does care
that's fair.
about Albert Pike.
That's fair. But does that take away from his influence and impact on the craft?
Nope.
Okay. So with that being said, if you are not caring about Albert Pike, you probably don't take time to research his works. Then that means
it's not that I don't take. So okay, it's not that I don't take time to research his works. It's that regardless of what Albert Pike's works are, is a foot 12 inches.
yes. What you
Don't feel like you're being set up. It's just a
No, I'm trying.
simple. It's a simple question.
No,
Is
I
a foot
understand what you're
12
saying.
inches?
I'm saying yes.
Okay.
A foot is 12 inches.
Okay. Can you use a level to help you build things on a balanced foundation?
Yes.
Okay. You know how to lay flooring, right? And tile and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You can do all of that. You got your cutting tools, your saw, your hammer, your nails.
Okay. Yeah.
Why the fuck do I need to give a damn what Albert Pike tells me it represents?
Okay, but that goes back to the question that Farrakhan posed that now you have to re-answer, if you can, please. If that is the case, how come, if you guys have the same knowledge, how come we as a people with all these black Masons that we have and all these black Masons we rep so much with the rings, how come we as a people are not in power like white Masons are if you have the same knowledge? You said the 12-inch foot levels square, you do all that. Okay, I believe it. I can see it in what you do. You do it very well. I complimented that.
Thank you for
before
that.
I got on live. You do it very well, brother. Hold on. Let me take a moment to give you flowers right quick. Boy, last night I was like, that nigga Faise smooth with that shit. As I saw you do what you did yesterday, I said, man, I can tell that nigga was using that compass. That nigga was on his square 100% of the time.
What was that? What happened last night?
What happened? We talked that beautiful execution you did with Faise Jamal. It was beautiful. Not saying it was intentional.
Oh,
I'm just saying it was beautifully executed. Beautifully executed.
okay.
Mad smooth. I mean, Trahootie at work. Truly. Now,
Okay.
my point here is we got the knowledge. How come we don't rule to the same effect as these people who are ruling over us with the same knowledge?
Okay. I don't know any black Masons. I don't know any white Masons.
Explain that. Oh, you're saying no such thing as race. You just a Mason or not? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying I don't know any black Masons. I don't know any white Masons. However, I do understand why you think that exists because of identity politics, racial politics. We don't deal with politics. Has nothing to do with building things. The allegory is to keep everybody else trying to. You want to know what GOAT stands for? Go out and triangulate. That's why people think Masons ride a goat. Ask any Mason when the last time they even seen a goat.
So I noticed you said we don't deal with politics. Are you referring to all Masons?
No.
Are you just referring to the Prince Hall Masons?
No.
Who are you
I'm
referring to, dear brother?
referring to those Masons who figured out what the science of masonry is.
Now, Faith, we
Mhm.
understand building a man to a better man. We understand that's basic level. But we also have to understand it's also about power and ruling the world.
No,
And
the
you
fuck it's
cannot
not.
use these tools. You said, huh?
No, it's not. All right. Here's what
It's
I ask you.
not.
What degree teaches us that?
And this is why I keep telling you, I keep referring to you, Albert Pike.
You listen. What I'm based off of what you know about the degrees or the levels or the lessons. Which one teaches us and now rule the world, take over everything?
All of them. If they understood, as Farrakhan was saying, if we understood the symbolism that we are taught. If I'm not a excuse me, I don't understand why I said
Mm-hmm.
if you guys understood the symbolism that is taught,
Mm-hmm.
because what Albert Pike said in the lodge is they purposefully misteach in the lodge just so the Mason could seek more light on more understanding. So he says a lot of the stuff we get in the lodge, it's not even the real information on how to apply those working tools.
I
And
don't know what lodge he was. That's fine. It sounds like his lodge didn't prepare him shit. Not nothing to do with us.
phase one,
Mm-hmm.
my brother, white Masons are dominating this country
What is a
right now.
white Mason?
Okay, we playing. Okay, so
No,
check
I'm
this out.
not, bro. You know who you talking
Okay,
to? What is a
okay.
white Mason?
A white Mason is exactly what it sounds like. A
No, the
white
fuck.
man
Things
who
ain't what they sound
that's
like. What
exactly what
is it?
it sounds. A white Mason, brother, is a white man who is a Mason.
There we go. All right. What is a white man?
A man whose skin is white.
Wrong. I'm white.
You're white.
Yes.
How are you white, Faze?
I wish I had a chessboard. Have you ever seen you seen the chessboard? You ever seen that the brothers stand on the chessboard floors, right?
The mosaic pavement. Yes.
Okay. Do you understand what black and white means in masonry?
Exactly. I was actually about to pull that up, Faze. Yes, I do.
Okay, talk.
As a matter of fact, brother Faze, when I asked the Mason, I said, "Can you tell me more of the symbolism of the mosaic pavement?"
Mm.
He says, "Okay, Sam, I know you already know conceal and reveal. I know you already know the positive and negative, the light and dark, but you also need to pay attention to we have two different types of people in this world. We have people with white skin and black skin. When we as Masons step on the
Okay, let
black
me stop
square,"
you right there.
that's what he said.
Let me stop you right there. He lied to you. You ready?
Oh, he lied.
Yeah. I don't even
Okay,
know
don't
him.
worry.
Tell him he's a liar. All
I'm
right, you
okay
ready?
first. I'm listening to you. Go ahead, brother.
When the last time you seen a black person?
I'm looking at one right now,
Then
brother.
you're under an illusion having a conversation with somebody who isn't. And I understand you think this my teachable moment is yours. My skin is black.
Yes, brother.
All right. So we're gonna attempt to do this again, though.
All right, Faze.
No,
Can you
no,
look
no,
at?
no, 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 no. Is my skin black?
Yes. Can you Google shades of black?
No,
Why not?
I didn't ask. Is my skin a shade of black?
You asked, "Is your skin black?" I said, "Yes." Can you Google the shades of black?
No. Why would I be Googling shades of black if I'm asking, is my skin black?
Because that would show you that black comes in different variations of color
Including
and different shades.
beige. So then the motherfuckers who you calling white are black.
No, beige is not the same as white.
When the last time you seen a person? Okay, what are the different shades of white?
Phase. White is white. White is the
Black is
absence
black.
of color. That's right. Right. But black is the essence of all colors.
And white is that which allows for all those colors to be the prism splitting.
No, white is the absence of it.
And so is black.
No, black is where all colors come from. Because
okay, so then white is where all colors come from. You know the science of the prism, right?
Phase. Where
right?
we getting at with this?
You understand the science of a prism.
A prism, a shape, a geometrical shape?
No, the prism of light, the visible light spectrum.
Do I know the science of it? A little bit of it.
Okay.
A little bit of it, yeah.
So maybe, okay, I would say study it more so that you can understand that when we're looking at a color, whichever that color is that we're observing, all right, or you say black is a color, but most people who research it further, you'll understand you're talking about augmentation or shade when it comes to white or black. But some people still say my skin is this color, black. I'm asking you, is my skin the color black? Not a shade of it, not a variation of this. Okay, so if that's the case, then orange is a variation of red. Okay?
That's
Is
semantics.
my
So
skin black or brown?
your skin is black, brother. Can you type in this letter? Can you type in this word right here? Taupe.
Taupe.
Yes, sir.
I
Color.
see a
Keep a
mole.
color with that too. You might see some crazy. Keep a color with that too. And then can you go on images?
Okay. I see brown. I see beige. I see black.
Mm-hmm. If you keep looking, you'll probably see a color that resembles your shade.
Okay, I found it. What do I do
Mm-hmm.
now?
Okay. Now that right there is an offshoot of black.
It's a what?
That's an offshoot of black. That's a form of black right there.
What is? Which one?
All of them.
So you just tricked me into
I didn't.
researching shades of black. No, I'm going to tell you what you did. You tricked me.
I
You
didn't.
tricked me into
Oh,
no.
Faise.
I'm going to tell you what you did, and I'm explaining to you why that wasn't ethical.
Okay.
You
Well,
tricked me into researching shades of black when I told you that's not even what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, is my skin brown?
your skin is black, brother.
Okay. Well, then here's where I will allow you to not be a Mason. That makes sense? I will no longer push my will of imparting the sacreds on you. You are right. My skin is black. And that is why there's a difference between a black and a white Mason, because we actually exist, black people.
Yes, we actually do. Like when you look at white people,
No,
they
this is
don't.
where the conversation ended at.
So you think white people are calling y'all brown people behind closed doors?
It don't matter. It don't matter what Albert Pike say. It don't matter what Billy and them say. What the fuck do that got to do with, I just asked you if I was brown and you told me I wasn't.
I told you you're black.
When we were in pre-K, we learned the difference between brown and black. Those were referred to as elementary studies. So you're trying to tell me that the elementary studies that built up this world that they siphoned from to create identity politics, I'm supposed to just forget about. Why? Because of your credentials, whatever they are?
Create
Okay.
identity politics. I mean, we live in a world, unfortunately, that we don't rule. So us to
Listen,
not
excuse me.
acknowledge. Go ahead, what
Excuse
you
me.
saying?
I rule.
The world, brother Faye.
Why the fuck? I don't want to rule the world.
But I understand you don't want to rule the world, but I'm saying it is not natural for the black man and black woman and black child to not be empowered to rule the world. This is the first
Do
time
you
in history.
can you imagine what the world, listen to your words, would be like if every the fuck body ruled it?
Everyone can't rule it, but what I'm saying is it
So
is
then,
tradition and the norm for people that look like us to be the rulers of the world. This is the first time in
why?
history
Why?
we are
What
not empowered.
qualifies us?
You
What
said,
the fuck
huh?
do we know about it?
What'd you say, brother?
What qualifies us to rule the world just because we're melanin dominant people?
It's not about necessarily what qualifies
It
us.
is.
It's
Do you
more
think
so.
that ruling the world has to do with some type of qualification?
Okay, brother. I'll put it like this: if you're the first person here and you decide to do with this piece as you will, you have a right to do that because you're the first. So if we are the first people here, we have a right to rule the world, and that's why we did for so long. Now that we have alien invaders here, we are now out of power. So now that we are out of power, it is abnormal. That's why the world looks how it looks. This is not normal, brother Faze. What we go through now, we have gotten used to it. This is the world we grew up in. Train a child in the way they should go, they should never depart from it. But at the end of the day, this is not normal. If our ancestors time traveled and saw the world we were in today, they'd be like, yo, what the hell? What's going on? You feel me? Because we don't rule. We don't
What
want
if I had answer pushes that to more people becoming better? Denzel become better. Denzel, you're not in position to rule the world. Do you rule your neighborhood?
No, I don't rule my neighborhood.
You're okay.
I'm not a Mason.
If you could overstand,
This is not about individualism. This is about a
no, it's
collective
not
thing.
about
You rarely the
individualism.
point making it
However,
about
are
individualism.
you an individual?
Faise, no, you're playing these semantic games,
You
Faise.
keep saying I'm playing
Faise, let's
games, and
be
I'm
real,
noting
brother.
every time you say I'm playing games, I'm asking you a question
No,
that
because
you don't have to run from. You can just answer it.
brother. No, I'm answering the question, but you're playing semantics.
Why is it
Okay, let's stick
always
on the point.
like? Were you ever on Clubhouse?
At one point, I hate
Okay,
the app. I really do.
I
It's of the
remember
devil.
that word semantics. They actually started weaponizing it because of me. Because I would walk in and be like, let me ask you a question. Is such and such and such and such? This is semantics. I noticed that semantics would occur, that word would show up when I ask somebody a question they don't know the answer to it. They're not prepared mentally to say,
No,
I
it's
don't
not. No,
know.
no, no, no. Faise,
That was just only
don't,
one piece of it.
no,
The other
no,
piece
no, no,
was
no,
they
no,
thought that I was trying to trap them with the question as opposed to me pushing the conversation forward. Because do you
I'm about
remember the
to
point?
read you the
The point
definition of
was you're
semantics.
supposed to be teaching me about the white supremacy construct that's keeping black people down. That's what you're supposed to be teaching me. You went to masonry again.
Yes, that is the white supremacist construct. That applies to the white supremacist construct, brother Faze. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, what
It
else?
does.
Okay, listen. That will mean it's so many other societies you're missing. Can we not do the smaller thing? Can you give me a basis? Just give me a basis of what the white supremacy construct that which keeps black people down. Can you give me a basis of that?
Can I give you? You kind of broke out, but I'm gonna
Can you
repeat what you
can you
said
give me a
again. Go
basis
ahead.
of what this white supremacy construct is that keeps black people down?
A basis, like I said, the basis is a brotherhood of white
Listen,
people with
do it
the
without
same
masonry. Do
what?
it without masonry, the brotherhood thing. Just explain to me what the
No, it's
construct is.
brother. They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. That's ridiculous. I cannot take out one and then continue to build on it. You would not understand it unless we talk about the Masonic aspect of it because
No,
they go
okay, so
hand in
here's what I'm
hand.
asking you. And if you're not able to do it, can we move on from that point? Because I know it's
Phase.
possible.
Are most presidents Masons? Phase. Are most presidents Masons? Yes or no?
To my knowledge.
To your okay then. So that shows you right then and there,
About
brother. They go
America.
hand in hand,
Not it shows me that you have Masonic presidents. And
brother.
you have people
Do
that are
you?
related. They're keeping it in a family. Have you read my book, How to Speak Elite?
No.
Okay, make sure you DM me after this.
Okay, brother.
There's a family thing that they got going on. And a lot of people's family pass on fraternities through their bloodline. So you're either bloodline related or you're a Mason. Most of them, according to my knowledge, according to what I was told.
I got you. I respect that. According to what your research led
What
you
does that
to. I
have to
got
do?
you. I respect
Were
that.
all the presidents Caucasoids?
No, but 98% of them were.
So that
What is that?
2% beats
Brother,
out that rule.
the point here is, brother, when you have the people who supposedly run the country being a part of the brotherhood. Let me read you
You
something.
think the
Andrew Johnson
president runs the
said,
country?
what?
Do you think
I didn't hear what you
do
said.
you think the president runs the country?
Maybe he's playing these games again. That's why
It's
I said
not a game. Why
supposedly.
is always a
I
do
said
you think the
supposedly.
president runs the country?
I said supposedly.
No,
They
the
say
fuck
he
he
does
don't.
not, but he does have power.
Oh, I got power.
Come
Do you
on, man.
understand that
That's
the
why I say
president goes to
semantics, bro.
you ever seen how the presidents go to the hip hop communities so that people could feel that these people are popular, the presidents? When it's time for people to vote, you see how they come to the hip hop community, Kodak Black, Cardi B, they're powerful. Cardi B more powerful than Joe Biden.
You crazy as fuck.
It
All right,
might
look,
be,
I got you, brother.
but somehow Joe Biden wanted to sit down with Cardi B.
Yeah, for influence purposes. But check this
Oh,
out. Check
okay.
this out.
Are influence and power related?
Can Cardi B pass a law?
Yes.
No, she. What law can Cardi B pass?
Whichever one she wants to get passed. Can the
How can she
president
do
pass
that?
it by himself?
You said what?
Does the president pass a law by himself?
He can now
When? How?
because a law just passed to where the president doesn't have to go to the houses. He can pass a law by himself. Yes, he
He
can.
just get up and write whatever he wants to. Nobody
Yes, he
has to
can.
see
He
it,
actually
and
can. A
it
law just passed
just
last
goes
year.
into
Yes,
place.
absolutely. Last year,
Okay,
he does
what you
not
can
have to go
do
to the
is you can
executive
also
anymore.
what you can do is also send that information to me.
I,
Now, before you said that, did they not have to pass the law through Congress?
they did,
Did
but they don't have to
they
anymore.
not? Okay, Cardi B can get a law passed right now by utilizing her power as a citizen. She can get a petition right now of 100,000 signatures, and Parliament has to go and consider it as whatever law she's trying to push for. She can do that. She has enough influence, enough people that she can get today to do it.
It doesn't mean it. It does not mean, but does it not have to get signed by the president as well?
That's fine. She still did it.
Oh no. If the president says no, I'm not allowing this, will the bill get passed?
If the Congress says no, we're not allowing it, will the president be able to pass bills?
Yes, he can now. Yes, he does not have to go
Okay,
through
before
Congress
today though,
anymore.
before you said that, I'm not able to see that right now. You send me the
I'm
information or send it
Faze.
to my
Can you
email
give me
because I can
give me
pull
a
it up
second
on
to
here.
pull it up?
Yeah,
Can you give
send
me
it
a
to my
second to pull it
email.
up?
I can pull it up on here. We can look into that together.
All right.
Before right now, when you're saying that, does the president have to utilize these powers that really determine whether or not he can make this move?
Before he had to,
If
yes.
the president wants to put in a law tomorrow that says everybody who owns a PS5 can't ride public transportation, they have to approve it.
No, they don't have to approve it.
Okay, so that shuts down that rule. I don't know why it is even there. My point to you is the question I asked: are power and influence related?
Our power and they,
Okay,
yeah, they
well
can be.
then that's why Joe Biden sat with Cardi B, because this influence word you're using is also synonymous and interchangeable with the word power.
Cardi B is not meeting with the she she's not taking her ass over there to meet Kim Jong Un. She ain't got nothing to do with our oil. She ain't got nothing to do with these damn strikes that just happened last year.
Mm.
She ain't contribute to these tariffs.
Mm.
She can't do none of that shit.
Okay, so you're saying
She's just
Cardi
an
B doesn't have
entertainer.
the exact same power that Biden has, right?
She is just an entertainer.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
How is she just an entertainer when they pull her on to discuss politics and sway votes? Is that
Bro, you
funny? Was it
trolling
like
me
that
right
wasn't the
now, bro.
punchline? Are you running out of
No,
stuff?
brother Faze.
Yes.
I respect it, but you trolling me right now. You know
No,
Cardi B is
I'm not
just an
trolling you.
entertainer.
I'm asking you, and it's okay. Let's just go back to the center because I don't know if you have the ability to do it. So I'm gonna challenge you one more time. Can you give me the basis of what this white supremacy construct is that keeps black people down? Give me the
Like I said,
basis,
brother,
2 to 3 sentences of what it is.
the basis is a brotherhood that has the same agenda. It's simple. I cannot explain it without masonry. I cannot do that. I
Okay,
can't do it.
then why
I
you leave
can't.
out the Rosicrucians?
The
Why did you
Rosicrucian.
leave out the Jesuit order? Why did you leave out the Knights Templar? Why did you leave out, you see what I'm getting at
I
here?
mean, because
You just touched one.
I
Why you
mean,
leave
wait a
out the
minute. Wait a minute.
skulls,
Wait,
the
wait,
skull
wait,
and
wait, wait, wait,
bones? Why you
wait,
leave
wait.
out the 322 brothers? Why you leave out them?
We leave out them because first off, to be a Rosicrucian, that's more so. Yeah, it is like a secret society, but it's more so mystic studies. It really doesn't have anything to do
What do you
with
mean more
the
so?
brotherhood that consists of.
Each and every
Uh,
one of these societies are rooted in mystic devotion. What do you mean more so?
yeah, but Freemasonry has a lot to do with political systems and how to build a nation and rule and guide it.
Okay,
Why do you think
so then,
there's a?
all right, so teach me how Rosicrucianism aligns with that.
I told you it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Not to the what?
Yes, it
Phase,
does.
phase,
Because
phase,
you're telling me that it
brother.
represents this. You're telling me this is the allegory of it. When we walked through the travels, nobody was like, you're going to use this to rule the world. Nobody was like, this is what we use to rule the world. We looked at the
That's
science.
it. That's what I started off saying, brother. What you learn in the lodge is different to what they teach other people in the lodge.
Okay, so then
That's what
what
you're
did we
saying.
learn in
So
the
phase.
Rosicrucian? What did we
Wait,
learn when we
phase.
were walking through the Rosicrucian chambers?
Phase. Hold on one second, phase.
Do you
If
know,
you are going to
just to
consist
be fair,
go
do
ahead.
you know anything about the Rosicrucian chambers, class masters, and the procedures?
No.
All right, let's do this right. Well, firstly, here's something I can offer you. Go look at Phase 1, Science of Rosicrucianism on the Brother Young Elders show so that you can get at least a consensus of what it is you're talking about. And you will see that even the most adept Masons and Rosicrucians will sit down with one another and express how the sciences intertwine. It happens.
Faise, I never said their sciences don't intertwine to a degree. I'm saying on the political aspect, on ruling the world, they are not in the same light as Freemasons. That's just a fact. I don't understand how that's even debatable. How many Rosicrucian symbols are that we can see visibly in DC? Because last I
The
checked,
monument.
even Washington DC
The
is
monument.
it's the what?
The monument.
Brother, that is not a Rosicrucian symbol.
Okay,
That is
you're
completely
right.
Freemason.
Are there any other questions?
You said what?
Are there any other questions?
You haven't answered the first one, brother.
I did,
Can you?
but you said I was wrong. So here's what I learned from you. I learned I was black, which right now it might actually apply. I'm kind of blue-black. Maybe it's a trick of light. I learned I was black and taught that I won't acknowledge some shit. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I learned a few things from you. I also learned that Rosicrucianism has nothing to do with the buildup of the obelisk, which I'm trying to figure out how you can say it doesn't, and you just answered to me. You're not even familiar with Rosicrucianism.
Faise, what did the obelisk represent in Egypt?
What's up with you and this infatuation with representation?
Faise, it's a simple question. Where did, because the obelisk came from somewhere. Where did the obelisk come from?
I don't know where it came from.
Okay. So with that being said, if you don't know where it comes from, how can you then say it's a Rosicrucian symbol?
Do you understand you just presented a logical fallacy?
Faise, if you said you don't know where the obelisk comes from, I asked you, what was the obelisk used for in Kemet? What was it? You didn't answer the question. I said, well, where does the obelisk come from?
That's not what the
You
fuck
said, I don't know. I asked you earlier, where are the Rosicrucian symbols in DC? You said the obelisk. I said, now hold on now.
I said the
I
monument.
said, brother, that is not a Rosicrucian
And I said that's
symbol.
fine.
Okay. You said that's fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
We can
I'm saying that's fine.
Okay, we can move on from that. No, the
Move
obelisk is indeed a
on from
Masonic
that to
symbol.
what? Is that the end of this explanation of the white supremacy? So is masonry? Masonry is the white supremacy construct that keeps black people down?
It's one of them for sure. A major one.
How many secret societies do you know of?
It's not about it being a secret society. It's not about it being a secret society.
What is the answer
know a handful
to
of
the
them.
question?
I know a handful of them.
Okay. Do they also participate in this white supremacy construct that keeps black people down?
That's debatable.
No, it's not. It's a question.
It is. It's debatable.
It's yes or no.
I would say no.
Why would you say that?
Because like I said, it's debatable. So for the same point that someone can say yes, I can prove out some more points that can probably say no, it does not. So like I said,
I'm asking you, why are you saying no?
Because usually, like these boule, for example, people like to attribute the boule to the things that well they kind of call out Freemasonry, but okay, what's the secret society? Let's see, Skull and Bones. Okay, Skull and Bones. I mean, all you got to do is go to the school. What's Skull and Bones from? Yale. It's either Yale or Harvard. One of those Ivy League schools. Go to that school, do the initiation. You can join Skull and Bones tomorrow. It's not really something that's gonna.
How you know?
Because they documented phases. You can go
No, how do
online
you
and
know?
type
Not
in
what you read.
Skull and
How do you
Bones
know?
documentary.
Did you attempt that?
You said what?
Did you attempt to become a Skull and Bone?
Ivy League school, Faise.
Did you attempt to become a Skull and Bone?
No, Faise. I didn't go to an Ivy League
So then you
school.
don't know what you're talking about.
They do. Yes, we do, Faise, because you can look it up. They tell you what
You
they
can
do, Faise.
look up what masonry is. It didn't help you with this, with this conversation. So, okay, here's the gem I got for everybody. Experience matters with these types of things, because it's only going to be so much you're going to be able to pack in about the experience. That experience helps you understand a little more about that allegory, because that allegory can turn every which way. You have to know which coordinate applies to how it's being utilized in right now.
Okay, Faise. So with that being
Even
said, you say
with
experience.
the Eye of Providence
Farrakhan,
thing that you talked about, where you said the work is never done. And we're
The work is
going up.
never
That's
complete.
why I looked up there to a lodge in the sky after we're finished. Even with the Hiram Abiff, even with, it doesn't matter which one the whole Hiram Abiff story is what you go through in your initiation process as a Mason.
That's true.
Okay. So it also goes through what happens when you become a gang member and they tell you don't let no nigga in on what we got going on, or we coming for you. And they come for you. It also applies to Martin Luther King going up to the mountaintop, which was the balcony. All right. After he said he been to the mountaintop, he seen the promised land. All right. Although he walked through the shadow of death, he will fear no evil. His eyes have seen the glory, all right, of the coming of the Lord, and said he may not get there with us, but as a people, we'll be able to get there. Then went to that mountaintop of the Lorraine Motel, of that famous army, which is what Masonry would have been alluding to, which is what Luther alludes to. And he got assassinated on top of the mountain or on top of the balcony. The assassination of being shot in your temple, Solomon's temple. They actually missed. They didn't hit him in his temple. They hit him in his neck. Okay, all of that allegory aligns to the Hiram Abiff story. I can take the allegory of the water bottle and flip it a million ways. However, just like that movie scene, and I think it was the movie, what was it? It wasn't Constantine. No, it was Constantine. In the movie Constantine, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. There was a scene where they had to walk into the building. The guy shows them a car. He has to say, what's on the other side of the car, right? He says what's on the other side of the car. He gets in. The guy that's with him is not a seer. So he doesn't know what's on the other side of the car, but he sees something that is similar to the car that he Googled. So he's like, two frauds on the bench. Guy turns it around. No, it's not. It's no longer that. This is a shape-shifting science. It could take on many different forms. And if you don't understand its origin, anybody can put an allegory to Masonry. Anybody can put an allegory to the building of the pyramids.
Okay,
Anybody can put an allegory to any of the esoteric sciences. So my question to you, let's make sure we get this clear before we leave out of here. According to you, I'm black.
He's still on that. Yes, you are black, brother.
Okay. Notice I said according to you, right? According to you, I'm black, right?
If I offended you, I apologize.
There's no offense. According to you, I'm black. All right.
According to the world, you are black.
I don't give a fuck what the world thinks. I'm asking, according to you, I'm black, right?
Yes, brother.
All right, watch this. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay. According to you, white supremacy is the reason why black people, including myself, because according to you, I'm black, are kept down, right?
Undeniably.
Okay. According to me, no, it ain't. I don't have anything to do with some white supremacy construct keeping black people down.
But it doesn't mean you're not affected by it.
Hold on. I'm not oppressed. I'm not down. I'm not any of that. I have full and total control over what happens in my life and my reality.
Oh, okay. Okay, Faise one.
Okay.
All right.
All right. And so do each and every one of you who are listening to me. We don't take on the victim mentality of these people who put on these suits.
All right,
and they grifted all of these melanin dominant people out of lifelong legacies that they pass on to their children who put on them same suits while they pedal around and they make money working with the same Caucasoid white supremacist system that's keeping black people down. They still working with the system, right? They made money for generations off of that. Some people might not want to hear that. From the 40s to the 50s to the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to the early 2010s to now the 2020s, where they on the internet doing the same thing. They might not wear the suit all the time, but you'll know who they are, because as soon as the matter of politics at the turn of the equinox shows up, there they are right there again, trying to convince you you're black, which means that you're standing on the unknowing side of the cosmic floors or the chessboard floors. Black means you don't know what's going on. Black means you're a part of the minority. Okay, so then why would you call me black?
Oh, boy, wait a minute. You just debunked your own thing.
Go ahead.
Now, hold on, Faise. Please give me about, I'm going to try to be quick. I'm going to be concise. 3 minutes to talk right quick. You just actually debunked what you just said, because you just talked about how black on the mosaic pavement means unknowing, this and third. I don't want to be black. I'm not black, Sam. I'm not black. Okay, cool. Then you said masonry is not a race concept. They don't do that stuff in the lives. So if that's the case, how could you then say what you just said about black?
Okay, let me answer it for you.
Mosaic pavement in the Masonic
let me answer it for you.
Go ahead.
All right. Black doesn't have anything to do with genetics. When you're looking at me, you're seeing somebody who's yielding the phenotypical appearance of a melanin dominant genetic possessor. Does this make sense? Basically, I have the melanin dominant gene. Has nothing to do with masonry. Has nothing to do with race. It's
No, Faise, hold on,
genetics.
Faise. No, hold
No,
on, brother Faise.
no, I'm not
You
gonna hold on. I'm
misheard
gonna
my
finish what I'm
question.
saying.
You misheard my
And
question.
then no, I'm not. I didn't mishear it.
Okay,
I
brother.
heard you say I debunked my statement, and then I heard you make no sense. I
No,
heard
no,
you
no, wait.
explain to
Hold on,
me
Faise.
that my debunking the statement was talking about the color black, which I explained to you I don't identify with. Which I
You don't
explained to you.
identify.
Listen, I don't play the
Go ahead,
identity
brother.
politics.
Go ahead.
I also explained to you that when we were in pre-K, we learned the difference between brown and black. Somehow when we grew up and 19 Keys and the rest of the people got a hold of us, we forgot it. And now we're black again. Doesn't work with me. Umar Johnson may be black. I'm not black. Tell him he can deal with the illusion by himself. Do you respect
So,
my right to tell him that?
Faise, can you teach us what black means in masonry? Like how you about to do?
Okay.
Do that again, brother. That was
Word
smooth.
black in masonry is not what I was discussing. I was discussing the black tile on the chessboard floor.
Go ahead, talk about it for us.
The word black in masonry means black, just like every other English dictionary. It's a color or a shade that we use every day. Like when we were children, when we grabbed the black crayon to draw the stick figure, it's just black. However, the allegories, the codes, all the things that happens in law, all the things that happens in legalities and politics has nothing to do with the science thereof. So when we're using the allegory of the black and the white tiles, we're speaking in terms of minority as opposed to majority. Now,
thank you.
According to what you think, what is minority as opposed to majority?
Faise, when they are talking about praise, first off, I got what I'm about to say from an actual Mason, and he literally a
what do you
Scottish
mean by
Rite
that?
and a Prince Hall,
What
Scottish Rite and
do
a
you
Prince
wait? Well,
Hall.
hold on. What did you mean when you were like an actual Mason?
Meaning like someone who is like legit, like real life in the lodge type shit.
But what did you mean by that when you said that?
Someone that's like in the lodge, he's a Mason, went through the degrees and all that shit. Not just someone who studied it, someone who's in it for real.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, someone. So this brother, he sat there and he told me, no, man, hey, look, there's a reason why we use terminologies when referring to certain people, white and black, because these are some of the things we utilize in our lives. When we step on that black square, we are doing something. When we step on that white square,
What
we
are they
are
doing?
something.
What
But
are they
when
doing?
we circumvent, you say what?
What are they doing when they step on the black one?
Again, brother, what I was telling you about the Hiram Abiff, the whole okay, brother.
No,
You know the Hiram
you
Abiff
can't do
story.
that with me. Answer the question.
I'm
What does it
answering the
mean to
question. I'm
step
answering
on the
the
black
Faise,
square?
hold on, Faise. Hold on, brother. I'm answering the question. Just give me like 3 seconds. Brother, you know the Hiram Abiff story. When they hit homie upside the head, they killed him. If it was not for the master grip, the nigga would still be
They
dead.
killed me when I became a Mason. If it
Hold
wasn't
on,
for
brother.
the
Faise,
master grip, I would still be.
Please give me
Excuse
like
me.
3
Hold
seconds
on.
to
Hold
talk.
on real quick, Denzel.
Go ahead, brother.
Are there any brothers that are here? True or false? We all died, and we got pulled out of our death by the master grip. True or false?
Brother Faye, hold on, brother. Wait, hold on. No, hold on, brother. Can
True
you
or
give me a
false?
second to talk? I'm trying
We
to.
all had to die, and we got pulled out of that death.
So a master
Everybody
grip,
that
correct?
became a traveler died.
With a master grip, correct? Okay, now check this out.
All right, so
Listen real close.
what you were saying?
Okay,
Because you're
brother
supposed
Faye.
to be explaining to
so
me
much for
about
giving
what
me time.
happens when you're in the black square.
Thank you so much for giving me time, brother. So like I said, you got to be raised with the master grip. Now check this out. Ask yourself this, people. How come every teacher that try to come and teach the people right knowledge, raise us out of our dead state? Okay, because remember, when they hit Hiram, they killed him. It was the master grip that made him resurrect.
What does that mean?
Hold on, brother. Okay, but I'll try to be quicker. Let me be quicker for you. Okay, check this out. Every teacher, well, majority of the teachers that have tried to come and give our people right knowledge, they removed them. J. Edgar Hoover wrote a whole plan to destroy the rise of the Black Messiah. Why? To
Excuse me.
stop the black
I gotta
man.
stop you right there. That's wrong knowledge. It
Okay,
did not say a Black Messiah. The counterintelligence program never stated that.
I got you, brother. We're gonna look into it. If you're right, I'll yield that point and give you that. Let's look into that. Because I read Black Messiah, but let's look into it.
Don't
again.
say stuff like that.
Okay, brother.
My point is, pro-black
brother.
rhetoric said Black Messiah. That's where the whole movie got it wrong at.
Let's look into it. Because I read it. Let's see if I read wrong. Let's see.
Are you referring to the segment where it spoke about what the purpose of the counterintelligence program was?
I'm referring to a statement he said.
No, I mean when you're talking about what the counterintelligence program states.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's look at it together.
Yeah, we got it right here. I pulled it up. Now I'm trying to pull out the whole letter because it say right here what I just said.
Did you send me the information to my email about the president's newfound power?
I'll do that after. I'm actually DM you after this live and do it.
All right.
All right, so check this out. Here we go right here.
Let's read it.
Here we go right here. We on theguardian.com. Okay, theguardian.com. Okay, so this is a news article. Preventing the rise of the Messiah. All right, now let's go. Now let's see what I said. Let's check it out. Let's let's go. Boom, boom. It says Hoover issue. Let's turn my screen so everyone can see. Thank you so much for your time, Brother Faise.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank you for yours.
All right, so it says President Hoover issued another directive, prevent, it says quotation marks, that's quotation marks, prevent the rise of a Messiah who could unify and electrify the militant Black nationalist movement. Malcolm X might have been such a Messiah.
Stokely Carmichael, Elijah Muhammad is too old. Okay, let's stop.
Faise,
let's stop.
What you were indeed right on where it did not say Black Messiah in that quote.
Okay.
The agenda.
So then why, here's my question.
The Black movement. Go ahead.
Why did you say that?
Hold on, Faise. The agenda from what it said in the letter to stop the Black movement.
It did not say a Black Messiah, so I'm asking you, why did you say that?
It's specified on Black, Faise.
Listen, I'm asking you, why did you say Black Messiah? That's not in there.
It's specified on the word Black, Faise.
Did it specify Black Messiah?
It did not say Black Messiah, but it specified the Black movement.
There's no but. Does the Messiah of this Black nationalist movement, or the unification of the Black nationalist movement, or the electrification of the Black nationalist movement, do they have to be a Black person?
Everyone he named on the letter was Black, so I'm assuming.
Do they have to be Black?
No, they don't have to be. What's the point?
Okay, my point to you is, that's a rhetoric point that led a lot of people. There's a movie called Judas and the Black Messiah.
The Black
Messiah. Was Fred Hampton the Black Messiah?
He could. Hell the fuck yes. Yes. Do you know about Fred Hampton?
No.
Phase one?
I don't know nothing no more.
Oh, okay. That's respectable. We got a lot of Black Messiahs. But again,
then why did you put the article "the" there?
You said what?
I said, was Fred Hampton the Black Messiah? You said, hell yeah, he was.
Yes, that's why
they proceeded to ask me, did I know about Fred Hampton? You said he was the Black Messiah. I'm trying to figure out what made you say he was the Black Messiah.
There are many Black Messiahs. Fred Hampton is a Black Messiah. He is the Black Messiah. Fred Hampton.
Do you know that there's a difference between the article "a" and the article "the"? You said he was the Black Messiah.
No.
There's a
playing these games.
difference, right?
You playing these games.
Is it,
man?
there
is a difference in D and
okay,
A.
Listen. Is there a difference between A and D?
Yes. I'm saying
okay, so explain to me the difference between a Messiah and the Messiah.
Can you give me like 2 seconds? I'll try to be quicker than that. There is a difference between A and D. But that has nothing to do with the fact that Fred Hampton was a or the Messiah. This is why
You
they
can't put
killed
or
him.
there. Which one is he? Which one was he? Was he a Messiah
That's
or the Messiah?
completely irrelevant. It's
No, it's not.
irrelevant.
Okay,
He's a black
why is that
Messiah.
fair? Why is it fair for you to tell me that's irrelevant?
It's
Was he
irrelevant
a
because
Messiah
it
or
doesn't
the Messiah?
phase. Can I tell you how it's irrelevant in 5 seconds? It's
Wait, can you answer
irrelevant
the question?
because it.
Was he a Messiah or the Messiah?
Okay, phase. He was a Messiah. What?
Okay, so my
What does that
question to
change?
you is, why did you say he was the Messiah?
That doesn't change anything. It doesn't change it. It
Okay,
doesn't change the fact that he
let
was
me
a
explain
Messiah,
something to you.
phase.
When we say there's a difference between hot and cold or a and the,
No, phase. You're playing this.
that means that
Phase.
if I
Hold on, brother.
switch from one state to another, I did what's called changed state, which makes it a different state. So we're talking about
There are
state of
many
being.
Messiah. Phase.
If
Hold on,
he is
phase.
a
Phase.
Messiah, then he is not the Messiah.
Phase. Hold on 1 second. Can I talk for like 5? If you read the ancient text, whether it be Hinduism, they mention Kalki. He is the Messiah. Okay. If you read Christianity, Jesus, he is the Messiah. So when these niggas come back, there's gonna be 2 different fucking people, but they still gonna be the Messiah. But they're 2 different fucking people. So when we try to play these word games to derail the point of him being a Messiah, it causes
No, that's
Babylon confusion.
not what you did. What you did is you misspoke, and now you're word salading to cover up for it. You
No,
misspoke twice.
brother. Okay,
You misspoke on the fact that this document, which I'm very familiar with, expressed explicitly that there is a black Messiah that they were trying to stop. It never did. The importance of the fact that they did not express that is the fact that so many of these so-called leaders and internet gurus and even movie producers have used the phrase showing they're not familiar with the document.
I don't, brother Faze, just because the document didn't say Black Messiah,
Then where the fuck they get that from?
Brother Faze, listen to me. Can you give me like? I'll try to be quicker than a minute, brother Faze. The thing is about stopping the rise. The thing is about stopping the rise of a Messiah. It said a Messiah, and it specifically named all black movements, and it said we are trying to stop the rise of the electrification, the unification of these black movements. But the document is about stopping the rise of a Messiah. So what Messiah figure would be coming out of this movement that you're trying to stop if he is not a black Messiah?
Anybody.
It doesn't make any sense.
It does make sense. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna help you make it make sense. Could it be a Caucasoid? Could they be white?
No, because they didn't name any of the groups. They didn't kill Faze. How many white people did they kill for this shit?
Oh, you need to do more research.
During that time,
you need to do more research. There are a lot of Caucasoid people who were said to have been dying alongside these civil rights fighters. You need to do more research.
What was the name of the white man that was targeted? I'm not talking about a nigga that got hit in the crossfire for marching with us. I'm talking about the nigga that was Fred Hampton was targeted.
Yeah,
they
JFK
shot homie and
was
he could
targeted.
Sleep, brother.
According to the story, JFK was targeted. Is he black?
JFK was targeted for completely. That's why I say you play semantics. JFK
it's not semantics. You want to know? You actually.
Reason, brother.
It's a corner that you done backed yourself into, because you expressed this point.
JFK is
I'm
not
telling
the
you,
same
your point was faulty from the begin with. It didn't say anything about a black Messiah. What is the electrification and unification of black nationalist movement? What does that mean?
Don't get these niggas riled up, because if you do, whoever does that is the Messiah, and he will lead them out of here, out of this bondage that we put them in. Did you know when slave catchers were trying to catch Harriet Tubman, they put on the wanted list Moses? So that means they equated her with a Moses figure, a Messiah. Moses is a Messiah, you know, he's a Messiah. So they equated Harriet Tubman with a Messiah. Okay, so let's not play these games. When they
listen, I know you. Everybody do this to me.
Go ahead, brother.
Let's not play these games, because y'all not making sense. Yes or no? Did you present to me that there was something that says something about a black Messiah?
I present. Okay, I misspoke and said Black Messiah.
And I
I
asked,
did
why
not.
did you do that?
I did not get it wrong when I said the Messiah and the black movements that were targeted to stop the rise of the Messiah. So
The
obviously
black
they were referring to a black
nationalist
Messiah. This is
movement. Can you
why the
explain to
black
me about
leaders were
what does
targeted.
that mean? When they say black nationalist movement, what does that mean?
A black nationalist, meaning someone that is trying to fight for the nation of black
There's no,
people, the
no such
identity of
thing
black people.
as, excuse me, as a black nation.
Wait, no, brother. Once you have a what? Do you know what? Let's look up what nation means. This is crazy. I got you.
I don't think we have time enough for me to school you on these things, because we would literally have to be here for another 10 to 12 hours for me to explain to you. You're using words that don't even apply to sovereign people, which means
Here we go right here.
realities are
Nationalism.
attached to that has nothing to do with what you're
Identification with
talking about.
one's own
How is there going to
nation
be a
and
black nation when the word black indicates there is no nation? Can somebody help them?
brother. A black nationalist is someone who is fighting for the identity and the community of the people to get them rights and certain certain privileges that may have not been privy to them had they have not been fighting for it. They're fighting for the identity of the people, the rights of the people. Black nationalism, someone who is emphasizing on the black people specifically and making it a big thing just because they're black. Like Z York would be classified as a black nationalist.
No, he would not.
Yes, he would.
Well,
They got
okay,
him on the
not
list,
how
brother.
you think. Okay, so let me help you. Respectfully, I grew up in Nuwapu. No, he would not. You may do
brother,
that.
I
You did a lot of
understand.
things today from the outside in.
Hold
So,
on, Faise.
not in accordance to what you think black nationalism
Yes,
means,
Faise.
according to that definition.
Faise, I understand what you're saying, Faise. Hold on 1 second. I understand you may not personally call him that, and I respect that. I do, a 1,000,000%. But the outsider, right? The enemy, when they be trying to
We
slander
don't care.
him, what? I got you.
Had nothing to
My
do with the
point,
truth.
my brother. Hold on, Faise. I
What?
understand. We
Why you
don't
want to
care,
tell me about what
brother.
somebody else thinks on the outside? It has
Oh,
nothing to do with the
hold
truth.
on, Faise. Hold on. I'm almost done. Just give me like 5 seconds. I understand. We don't care. We don't care what they say.
You care
Okay,
because you're trying to tell me.
brother. Please hold on.
All right, here's what I'm telling you. I
What
don't
do
want to hear what they got
they
to say.
call him? They
I don't
call
want.
him
I
a
don't care what they
black
got. I don't care what they call him.
nationalist. Is my point.
I don't
I
care
understand he
what
may
they call him.
not be that
So
to y'all.
you seem to care so much about it. You're trying to force it on me. I don't care what they call him. Please don't talk to me about what they call him.
Okay, brother. I
All right.
understand
Now,
that.
if you
The
wanted to
point is they
say
call
those
him
two
that.
words, black nationalist, what you would really be saying is somebody who takes somebody from a dead state and nationalize them, meaning brings them to life.
Again, that's why you may not call Dr. York that. Okay, but the people, them
You
folk, they
still
call him
doing
that.
that, which means you don't respect my stance.
No, I understand, brother.
I'm asking you
Brother,
not.
come on, man.
I don't want to hear nothing about what they call Dr. Malachi Z. York. I just explained to you what black nationalists would mean, truly, not what identity politics tells you it is. I just had to show you they never said nothing about no black messiah in this document. So maybe I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Not that I know everything.
Brother,
They never said, listen,
go ahead.
how you going to be a black messiah? How you going to be dead and messiah somebody?
That goes back to my point,
Never
brother.
mind.
That goes back to
Never
my
mind.
point, brother.
Never
Anybody
mind.
that
It's too, like I said, it's gonna take too long, bro. But we come back on here though. It was a good talk. But it would take too long for me to explain all this shit to you again. I have to teach sovereign law to you.
brother, you gotta let me talk for just maybe about
Go
a
ahead.
minute or so, brother.
Go
You
ahead.
know, I understand it's your live. That's why I shut up when you
Go ahead.
talk,
Go
you
ahead.
know, because it's your live, brother.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut
You
up.
know,
Go ahead.
but listen, what I'm saying is, brother, okay, it did not say black messiah, but it referred to a messiah figure and named all black movements. So it definitely was trying to stop a messiah from coming to help black people. Okay, cool. Sam, what's your point? My point here is it goes back to what I was saying about Hiram Abiff before we got derailed in this. Someone has to give homie a master grip to raise him. If he does not have the master, he is still going to be dead. Now the science is what came forth from his dead state, that acacia tree. Okay, so that means if he is down, that means someone can capitalize off of that because there's a tree being produced by that corpse. Okay, black people, we gross over $1 trillion as a community, but our money does not stay in our community for more than a week. Okay, so that means we gross all this money, but we don't keep all this money. We are dominating in entertainment, we're dominating in sports, but we have no power. That means someone is benefiting from us and our talents, but we're not benefiting from us and our talents. In our dead state, a tree is being produced. So that's why everyone who tries to give us a master grip, give us the right knowledge that will raise us up, they take out, kill, or imprison. That's the point. That's what Brother Farrakhan was saying. That's all.
But there's everybody who tries to take you from black to white?
You said what, brother?
You mean everybody who attempts to take you from black to white?
From darkness to light. Yes, anyone that tries to get us from darkness
from
to
black
light.
to white.
Brother, you call it how you want, brother.
We have to call it like that because I thought you were explaining to me about the black square, not the dark one. Are we changing the words now? Okay.
No, we're not changing the words.
Explain to me what happens when you're standing on the dark square.
Yeah, we're not changing the words. Farrakhan said it in the lecture. He literally said, it's kind of saying what you're saying. He said, one of the reasons why they call us black in them lodges is because it's talking about our mind state. We are dead as a people. That's what he said. He said, we are dead.
Every Mason starts off black.
You said what?
Every Mason starts off black, including the Caucasoid.
We start in darkness.
They got black and white
squares. And you come to the light.
All right, let me ask you this question. Are there black and white squares in the so-called white lodge?
Yes.
Do you know what that would mean? It's not a black lodge thing. It's not something that you subject to because you have melanin dominant genes active. Every Mason starts off black, family, and then they become white. Every Mason begins as a minor.
No. Wait a minute. Faise. No, see, wait a minute, brother. There's more than one level of understanding these rituals. When you are saying the simple
you mean what the
like,
fuck I was saying in the beginning of our talk?
Wait a minute, but no, I understand what you're saying
about
but
allegory.
How you're interpreting it.
But you told me Albert Pike had the end all be all say.
No, hold on, brother Faise.
Go ahead.
Faise. How you're interpreting it, I love it. But that is not how the people in power interpret and utilize these signs and symbols.
Okay, what were the people? Here's what I got to say to you. I don't know what your infatuation is with these so-called people in power. I don't share it with you. That's probably why the conversation went all over the place. I don't care. Listen, you said it yourself. I use the sciences. It works. Nuwapu works. I don't give a damn who don't like that. I don't care who has issues with what we've done in our life and how we make these things happen. I don't get nothing about that. Nuwapu works. Okay, science works. Mathematics works. You use it all the time. Whether you know what you're calculating or not, there's a science. There's a physics. There's all of these different types of scientific fields that are expressing what you're doing daily. Masonry is a science.
Okay.
You can say
it is a science.
Okay, so then, according to what we know about science, are only Caucasoids able to use it?
No.
Okay, so then this is why I tell you, I don't give a damn what they're doing. What we're doing with the science.
No, brother Faise, you're missing my point. You're missing my point, brother Faise. Really quickly. And I thank you so much for this. Brother Faise, you're equating masonry, the science of how to build stuff, with the science of speculative gentleman masonry, brotherhood, which are not the same. You do understand Pharaoh was a mason, but he may not have been an operative. Pharaoh was not getting his ass out there with no gavel and chisel. But we knew he was a mason with his apron on. And his apron showed him with raised light beaming down in that perfect triangle. Okay, so he's saying nigga, I'm master mason in this piece, but I'm not out there building with no bricks. I'm building these niggas how I need them to be built. Period.
Does an operative just become an operative because they feel like it? Or do they have to go through the speculation stage?
Back in the day, wait a minute, Faise.
Why we gotta always wait a minute? It don't take a minute to answer that. Listen, does an operative, okay, let's take it out of masonry. I don't think we're able to deal with that right now. We also had to like Tokyo drift the fuck away from sovereignty law,
Hold on,
because that was going out of my head already. Let's just deal with this. Let's say you're actual mason. Let's take the esoterics out of it. It fries brains.
Okay.
Let's deal with just masonry. In order for somebody to understand how to build a master structure, don't they have to at least learn it first?
Okay, Faise, I'm answering that right now. An operative mason becomes a mason because he learns the trade. He learns the skill. Yes, he learns it from other.
So he was a speculative at one point.
No, Faise.
Then what did happen?
Not what speculative masonry is, Faise.
Explain to me what speculative masonry is.
Okay, Faise. Speculative masonry is you using those symbols symbolically to build yourself up, to build your character.
And now, what is operative masonry?
Operative masonry is literally building houses, building these working tools.
Okay, so then let me explain something to you. I'm helping you out. No, it ain't.
Yes,
I get it though. I get it. I'm telling you, you don't got to accept it. No, it's not. Operative masons are these people who went out and built up their communities, not literally built up their communities. You'll be surprised to find out we don't walk around with tools. You'll be surprised to find out the 24 is a science that we log in our brain. We don't walk around with gauges. You'll be surprised to find out ain't no bricks in half of our houses. You're trying to tell me, and I accept that that's maybe what you were told. You do understand, you're attempting to tell me, who traveled the path, what operative and speculative is. Yet you didn't know that this was your opportunity to be a speculative.
Faise, an operative mason is a mason who actually builds shit.
Okay.
A speculative mason or a gentleman mason is not someone who actually builds the shit.
You're right.
Brother, that's what it is. Bro, don't they tell you that in the lodge? Bro, they tell you.
Don't ask me nothing about what they tell me in the lodge no more.
Okay, brother. We playing word games, but
that was a word game too? I just said we're done with that. Don't ask me nothing about the lodge.
You said operative masons.
I didn't say nothing.
They building shit and they.
I haven't said anything. I'm concealing. There's a time to reveal. There's a time to conceal. Right now, I'm concealing. I ain't saying shit. I haven't said anything. Don't quote me.
We got it right here. I'll pull it up for you. Right here. Here we go. Right here, brother. Let's get to the concrete. Let's get to the concrete. Here we go. Right here. Operative masons were those who actually worked with stone, and the operative lodges or guild lodges, they were not only labor unions, they were educational centers. So it's telling you right there that you didn't have to be a speculative. Now here we go right here. Speculative, because let's be fair. Speculative by definition means engaged in expressing it or based on conjecture rather than knowledge. Speculative masonry individuals who do not work with stone and who instead work in the more philosophical, work in the more philosophical realms, use the tools and skills of operative masons as a metaphor for living a good life. That's the same thing I said. How speculative uses it symbolically to build themselves up.
Listen, it's all good. All I'm going to ask you to do after this is just, talk to some brothers. Talk to more. I don't know what that one is that's actually a mason. Just talk to more brothers. See where you can, Faise was saying this. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. See this brother. Talk to more brothers and see if you can find like the common ground of it. Because I know you're reading something. It's just that has nothing to do with the experience.
Brother, my guy, masonry goes back all the way to the ancient.
Do you go back all the way?
You said what?
Do you go back all the way?
Brother, Yes, I go back
Let me ask
all the
you a
way.
question.
How
Why you
how
keep
can I
saying that?
be here if I
Why you
didn't
keep saying
go?
brother?
Why am I
What is that?
saying brother?
Yeah, why you keep saying that?
Because you are my brother. Whether you
Are we?
identify as black or not, you still my brother, brother.
Are we related?
Come on, man. This is why people say semantics.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see because it seems like brother is really a son tone.
Man, I
Brother.
can't son you, man. I'm not
Yeah,
sonning. Why would I
I think
son you?
that's evident. But brother is actually a son tone. Just look into what I'm saying etherically. I know you think that it's portraying as genuine, but notice you're saying that every time you're trying to shut down what I'm saying. Brother, you don't listen. Brother, brother. It was never brother when I was explaining to you where you had this, that. It wasn't that. It's brother when it's time to shut it down.
Man, I've been trying to explain to you this for a minute now. I've been calling you brother the whole time to
And I paid
always show my respect to
attention.
you.
I paid attention to every time you said it.
To always
I paid
show my
attention to
respect
every
to you.
time you said but. I paid attention to every time I asked you a question. You told me I was playing games. I paid
You
attention
still
every
are
time you screamed
playing games
semantics.
because you're not letting me say what I gotta say to prove this point home. You playing games for sure.
Well, I
Don't get it wrong. You playing
don't
games
think
for
it's
sure.
playing games. I think I'm using right knowledge. If you're
Okay,
going to say something,
let's
I
talk about
just
it.
ask that you know what you're talking about. Like
Okay,
when you
so let's
made the
talk about
statement about let's get to
there
this.
we go.
You made the statement about me being black.
Here we go with this.
You
We
know
back
that's
on this.
identity politics. Has nothing to do with genetics. Are you aware of that?
I didn't hear what you said. I was so
That
baffled with your first statement.
okay,
Can
yeah,
you
I
repeat it for me?
understand that. I'm not actually new to that. When you're talking about black, that's identity politics. You're you know genetics and identity politics are two different things. You know genetics was here before identity politics?
Brother, this ain't got so what are you saying? Are you
You see how
saying
you just did that?
I got hold on. I'm making sure I understand what you're saying.
Did you
Are
know
you
that you said it
saying
again? It almost every time you say brother, it's almost like I can tell your direction that you about to go in. It's just like you pay attention to your approach. I debunked that. You debunked what you said, brother. Listen to your own tone. Are you here
brother,
to
hold on one
receive? Or
second,
are you
brother, please. Hold on, brother, please.
okay?
Come on, man. Come on.
Go ahead.
Are you saying I'm trying to make sure I'm following you
Walk with
I
me.
can
Don't
respond to what you're
follow me.
saying,
Come on.
not just hear you and not respond. I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to hear you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say brother, because I'm trying
All
to.
right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So are you saying you said okay, black has nothing to do with genetics. This is a political thing. Is that what I heard you say? Okay.
No,
Did
that's
people
not what you
refer to
heard me say.
themselves as black
That's
back in the
not what
day?
you heard me say.
You said, huh?
I said identity politics and genetics are two different things. And I
Okay.
asked you if you were aware about that. And you
Yes,
said,
that's
I
true.
don't get it. What is this, brother? Where is this going? Why do you think I'm
Uh,
always trying to set you up? I'm attempting to have a
brother,
scholarly conversation on things, but I notice we got to keep jumping from
brother.
topic to topic because, like, we can't stay in the center on anything. Because anytime you start speaking, I'm like, family, that's not even true.
Faise.
So it's kind of
Yes,
hard.
there's a difference between genetics and identity
Okay,
politics.
let's
And
stop
I
right
asked the
there.
relevance of that.
Before you
What's the
say but,
relevance of it?
let's stop right there. Okay? There's a difference between identity politics and genetics. Earlier, you told me I was black. Is that genetically true, or is that identity politics politically true?
That's genetically true. You are Negroid. That's
Excuse
genetically
me,
true. You are
Negroid.
Negroid.
Excuse me. What gene is Negroid?
My God. There are three races of people on Earth:
I didn't ask about
Negroid,
races.
humanoid, and Caucasoid. Excuse me,
You said what?
Negroid, Mongoloid, and Caucasoid.
Okay,
Excuse me.
what gene is Negroid?
What do you mean? But nigga, that's. Excuse me, I didn't mean to call you nigga.
It ain't
Excuse me,
brother
brother.
no more, is
No,
it?
I was about to say, excuse me, brother. I did not mean to call you a nigga.
It don't
I
matter.
no, but
I'm just still asking the
that's
question. It has
literally
nothing to do with whether or not
that's
you're
our.
calling me anything.
You
What gene
said
is
what, brother?
Negroid?
There's no such thing as a gene called Negroid. There's no such thing. But I'm
No, I'm saying,
saying
what is that gene that makes somebody Negroid?
we're gonna look we're gonna look into it. We're doing it right now because I want to answer this wholeheartedly. We're looking into it right now. Here we go.
All right. And I got about 5 more minutes. Come on, 3%.
All right, I got you.
You don't know what makes somebody okay. Now, you know, there's something I actually talked about it
No,
today.
specificity. Specificity is key. I'm looking for the specificity to answer your question completely because you're asking a specific question.
Are you about to Google what's the Negroid gene?
No, I'm Googling the specificity to answer the question. And okay, brother, if you have the answer, tell me the answer. I don't have the answer right now. Tell me the answer.
Okay. It is referred to as the melanin dominant gene.
You know, that's I hear what you're saying, but that's more so
Why you
not what
put
I
a butt on it?
there's more that makes you a negroid than your melanin. You're
I didn't say nothing about melanin. Like, I'm not talking about just melanin. I said the
you being
melanin
melanin
dominant
dominant.
gene.
I understand you being melanin dominant, but there's more to it that makes you a negroid. Your hair texture has a lot to do with it.
Excuse me, that's all a part of the melanin dominant gene.
Yeah, but this
Why you keep
it's
putting butt if you don't know what you're talking about?
no, it's specificity. It's specificity. It's not.
Okay, you can't put a butt on the specificity if you don't know what you're talking about. You're looking it up, telling me no. Look it up first and then say no. You understand why? Okay, so my question to you would be, how does the melanin dominant gene allowing for you to express yourself in many different variations of carbon compound yields, which is melanin, along with other components that allow for that to be a yield? How does that expression of brown in its many shades allow for you to be grouped in with a word black, which is a total different color and shade?
Repeat the question.
How is brown black?
Brother Brown, brother. Brother Brown is it's a shade. It's bro. Black comes in many shades. Black comes in many shades. You are a shade of black. Why are we escaping that?
Excuse
We are a shade.
me.
The Sumerians, brother.
The
Okay, watch
question,
this. Watch
what?
this.
How is brown black is my question.
My brother. I'm answering your question. We went past this already. I told you, black comes in many shades. I pulled up the shade for you. You pulled it up.
You
The
pulled
shade
up
of black
a
that you
whole
are.
bunch of different colors
You pulled
that
up the
exist
shade of
on a
black that you are.
nanometer scale that actually have names and code numbers for what they are in that observation of those photons being split. That's what you pulled up to show me. I don't know if you understand that. You did not pull up to show me that black and brown are the same read on that nanometer scale.
No, brother. I showed you that black comes in many shades, and those shades go into a lighter black,
So
which
then
a
why don't
lot
they
of us
say
are.
that? Why didn't you tell me I'm a shade of black instead of saying I'm black?
Are you now, Faye?
And why didn't they say they wanted to stop somebody from electrifying and unifying a shade of black or the many shades of black nationalist movement?
This is why we say you playing games now, brother.
We listen, y'all need to start playing games and stop letting games be played on y'all.
Brother.
I am not black scientifically. It doesn't even make sense. I know what brown is. You know what it sounds like? It sounds familiar. It sounds like that conversation where people are trying to tell them they're not born what they are. Sounds similar. Well, I know it might not sound similar yet, but I think enough science research will tell you, yeah, this is the same shit. I am not black scientifically. I'm not black as in I don't claim it as an identity.
Are you a Negro scientifically?
Negro, yeah, that would be scientifically accurate
What does Negro mean?
as long as you can explain to
What
me
does Negro
what
mean?
what does Negro mean?
Yes, sir.
Negro means black.
Okay. When they called us Negro, were they not referring to our melanin dominated
Who?
Negro? Were
Okay,
they
the
not
people who call
referring to our
yeah,
melanin
they may
dominant?
have been referring to those people. They may have been black. They may have appeared black.
Who is they who is they may your ancestors? Is that what you're saying?
Listen, you have to understand. You're using a lot of talking points that don't even align with the truth. Who is my ancestors? I wasn't back there. You weren't back there. Who is my ancestors that went through it? I don't
Your
know all my ancestors that went
ancestors.
through
Wait
it.
a minute. When you say you weren't back there, that's right. You weren't. That's why
Yeah.
they're your ancestors, because
So
they
whoever
were.
these people would have been, let's say, I said it's possible that they saw them, said, oh, this is a black person. That's possible, because they could have been looking at somebody that was very dark skinned. A lot of those people had darker pigmentation.
So
So all right, that would make sense for then. What's the situation now? You're brown.
Faise, all people, Faise. Okay, let me ask you a question. Did the ancient people call themselves black back in the day?
I went back there. I don't know.
Okay. What if I showed you that they did? Would you then?
I wouldn't believe you.
Okay.
Because
So,
I don't have to believe you. I wasn't there.
Okay. Dr. York probably taught about how the Sumerians.
It don't matter what he taught. I don't care. I don't believe him.
You don't believe?
He told me not to believe him.
Oh, well, I respect that. I
would hope you do.
Listen, the Sumerians were called the black-headed people.
Oh yeah, they were called that. Yeah, they might have been black-headed. Are you black-headed?
How can they be black-headed without being black-skinned, Brother Faise?
They could have been black-skinned. That's possible. Maybe their pigmentation was closer to black or black.
And when you see them on the walls, they're brown skin with quotation marks, just like how you saying you are.
Okay, well then those people who said, okay, who are the people who turned them? Who turned them black-headed people? Who gave them the term black-headed people?
You said what?
Who gave them the name black-headed people?
Themselves. That's what they called themselves.
They looked at okay, then they don't know their colors.
The black-headed people.
They don't know their colors.
They don't know their colors.
If it's true what you tell me, that when you look on the walls you're gonna see that they're brown, then the Sumerians was dumb. So, they don't know their colors.
So Krishna means black, and he's depicted as blue. Why you think why is he called?
The Hindus don't know their colors.
Oh, they don't. The Sumerians don't know.
Sumerians don't know their colors. Hindus don't know their colors. And today we found out you don't know yours because you told me I was black.
Brother, there's many shades of black.
I don't give it.
Just because
there's a difference between black and brown.
Okay, Faise. If something is sky blue as opposed to something being navy blue, is it still blue?
It is blue. It's navy blue and sky blue.
Okay, you said it is blue. By that logic, that is a different shade of blue. Sky blue, navy blue, different shades of blue. But
how many different times can a shade augmentate to a different color?
Wait, hold on, Faise. Hold on, Brother Faise. You said, by your own logic, if sky blue and navy blue are different shades, but still the same color, how then can black be in many shades, but we try to separate it from still being an essence of black? Does that make sense by your own logic?
Maybe you can help me. Give me different variations of black.
We just pulled it up.
Give me
we literally
different variations of black.
I got you. We're gonna pull it right now. Shades of black, brother. We just pulled it up, brother.
Let me ask you a question. Is one of them called brown?
Let's look it up. Is brown a shade of black? Now, if it says no, it is not. No.
What? No, what is what?
It says no, brown is not a shade of black.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. Oh, shit. Well, I thought it was. No, the fuck I didn't. Because when we was in pre-K, we learned there was a difference between black and brown. You want to know what's so interesting? They call Mexican people or Hispanics brown. When you look at them, do you see that color?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's called identity politics or code politics. It's a code word. Has nothing to do with your genetics.
Did you not just look up the color I sent you? And were you not that color?
It didn't show me one color. It showed me a whole bunch of different colors.
All right, Faise, I'm doing it right now. Here you go right here, Playboy. Thank you so much for your patience. Here you go right here. Let me show you this right here. Because we playing games bad out here. It's okay.
Is this how you, because you were the one talking about you debunked Rashad Jamal.
Oh, I roast Rashad Jamal.
You probably did that successfully. I don't know what you get. It's a full moon out here too. I don't know what you call this.
No, brother Faith. No, don't worry. Listen,
I'm not.
you definitely pulled a rhetoric salad on me. But don't worry.
You
Those
see
who
how you
really
did
paid
that?
attention today, you
You
played
see how you
games
did
today,
that?
Faith.
You
Don't
said I
worry.
pulled a rhetoric salad on
Oh
you.
no, you played
When if
games
you go back and
today,
listen
brother.
to the talk, a lot of things you said I had to correct you on just to help the conversation move forward. Because how are we supposed to speak on things and you didn't know what they were?
So Faith, are you not this color right here, brother?
No.
Nigga, get the fuck out. You just looked up the color and then said I tricked you and identifying yourself with this color.
No. You have to go back and listen now. Part of being a scholar is retention capabilities, right? I said you tricked me into looking up shades of black by switching the word from black to taupe. I didn't say
Did you
the color
agree
taupe.
that one of those shades were your color?
So do you agree that you're now saying a different thing?
Brother, I'm saying the same thing I said. You looked at that picture and I said, which one of them colors were you? You
I'm
said,
not going
okay.
to look. I'm not going to buy into this. Whatever that delusion is, make you think I'm supposed to just agree with you, bro. I'm not buying into that. That's not
I'm
what you
not doing
said.
it. No, brother,
You pulled up that
brother.
talk shit. You was like, yo, you didn't just tell me earlier this was your color, and now you're telling me you didn't just tell me earlier one of these variations of this shade was your color. Respectfully, this was a good talk,
It
except
was the
the
same color,
whole
brother. And
talk
it was
has
the
gone
same
like
color,
that.
brother. It
Huh?
was the same. It was the same color, brother. The same color.
I didn't even say. I didn't. Okay, go back and watch it if you have time. I didn't even say which one was mine.
I asked you, yes or no, Faise. Are you this color right here, brother Faise?
No.
Let's look at. Wait a minute. Let's tighten this screen up. Wow. No way.
Are you flabbergasted that I'm not that
I'm
color?
shocked as a motherfucker. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and say. So, y'all not this color right here?
I'm not that color.
Oh, okay, brother. All right.
Who is y'all? You know how many different variations? You know, melanin was it expresses in multiple different shades because of the composition of carbon and all these other different elements that are present, especially carbon, because it's that carbon that yields the brown pigment.
Here we go right here, brother Faise. Now, brother Faise, you not any one of these?
Understand how this is relevant to the fact that you just asked me. Okay, here's what happened. I'm gonna remind you. You looked it up and said, "Is brown a shade of black?"
It said
Or is brown
no.
black? It said what?
It said no. It is not.
Okay. All right. According to your source, am I black if I'm brown?
You're not brown. You are taupe. You are taupe. You're not brown, brother.
Taupe is not a color. It's a variation of. It's a description of a variation of types of colors. It's not a color. That's like saying you're not red. You're rainbow. That is a description of a variation of colors.
Okay, brother Faise. Check this out right here. Look at this right here.
I think we about to get up out of here, bro.
Okay, brother.
What am I supposed to do with this one? I'm looking at a big ass pixel, and I still don't understand.
Look. All these, for those who don't know, all these are different shades of black. All of them.
Because Google says so, right?
Brother, no, this is what it is, brother. All these are different shades of black, brother.
All right, so then just pick a color then. Which one is the one that's on the far right in the middle? What color is that?
This is another shade of black. Let's look at what it's called.
I mean the far right in the middle.
The far right in the middle.
That's between the two ones that appear green to your farthest right point. The
right here?
Brown one.
You talking about this one?
Yeah, what color is that?
Nigga, this is another shade of black too. Let's get
what color is it?
We got to get the name of it. Here we go right here. You talking about this one right here?
What color is that?
It should say bean. Black
it
bean.
Say what?
Bean. Black bean. That's the name of this color.
Oh, a black
bean.
Black bean?
Black bean. On God, that's what it should say.
Okay, that's a vegetable.
No, brother. They're saying that's the color, bro. The color is called bean. They just say black bean. That's the name of the color.
Okay, what color is that?
Bruh, black bean. Black bean.
Black bean is a color that resembles black beans.
let's read what it say, brother. Let's read what it say. My
They
bad. Y'all
called
can't
it
see
black bean because nigga looked at it and said, this shit like a black bean. What color is it though?
They say this is the shade of black, brother.
You got it.
That's what they say, brother. We just looked it up, brother. It's right. Look, shades of black.
All right, so are melanin dominant people black or brown?
We black, brother. It's
But they just
simple. We
told you brown is not black.
brother, melanin. Okay.
And what you're looking at right there is brown.
Let me show you something. The Kushites. Have you seen the Kushites?
I don't accept it. I don't accept it. And I actually don't feel like doing myself a service by continuing this talk.
Because you're honestly, brother, let's show you the Nubians on the wall.
Why?
These are melanin dominated people. But they come in the
can't-
same thing. Look, the same thing we just got done talking about. Look.
All right, pause it. The one that's over there by the little lion dog nigga, is that brown?
Homie right here?
No, okay, all the way to the right.
Him right here?
All the way to the right. Is he brown?
No, he's black bean.
All right, good night.
All right, brother.
Where in politics does it say, and for all you black bean people? Oh, he got off the line for real. I ain't mean we had to end it like that, family. Good talk. All right, y'all. It's been a long day. As a matter of fact, it hasn't been a long day. These days are just, it's 6:51. The moon is high. It's dark as hell outside. I'm actually literally black now. I've actually switched over. There's a lot going on with this time shit. But all right, I think that, yeah, that's one of the examples of what happens. Like identity politics and science have to sit at a table, and identity politics refuses to acknowledge what's right there. They look for a way out of it. I'm not black. I don't identify as black. My people around me don't identify as black. We look at the color, we say this is brown. But we don't judge or merit ourselves based off of color politics. Everybody has the right to decide not to do that. I decide not to do that. Everything else about Freemasonry, listen, there's a reason why I went through that school. I went through the schools. Some people are obsessed with it for life. I'm not. However, I understand that it is sciences that are taught in it that can be used. I use them. We don't care what other people got to say about the allegory and all that stuff. You can make a living off of that type of stuff. People make a living saying, I was a former Mason and I'm exposing it all. You make a living off that type of stuff. It has nothing to do with the science. All right. Now, I can't see what y'all saying, so I think that might be the sign that we go ahead and end it because shit is frozen. However, that was a good talk. We will come back soon, maybe tomorrow. And y'all can go live with me again. People hop on again. We talk some more. The whole purpose of even this is, especially when it's like people got comments and stuff like that they want to put in, or you hating on Rashad Jamal, or you mad at all the black leaders and all this stuff, just come talk to me. Let's see where your head is at. Now, when you start speaking and I have to correct everything you're saying just so we can talk, that shows you, I don't know, maybe you don't know what you're saying. So that might have something to do with why you think I don't. Because according to what you already believe or what you want to believe, you have this conviction bias and you thinking that that's what has to be true. No, take what you learn, study it further. Sometimes you could be repeating something that somebody said and it ain't true. Sometimes you could be running with this, making your whole life's work, and it wasn't rooted in truth. You get what I'm saying? So that's what all of it is about. So I'll see y'all soon. I got more work to do. I'm working on a book called The Left Hand. We just dropped the Rashad Jamal video, Letter to Rashad Jamal. I think we did 10,000 views yesterday on that music video. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all made that happen. Go watch it. Balance the comment section out, even though I'm gonna be scoping through the comment section anyway. Is not no space where anybody gonna be able to say anything against the motion. We got the pen in our hand. Y'all go comment on that, share it around, and yeah, just keep looking forward. I'll do more teaching, things like that, to get everybody up to speed with what we got going on. More updates on Dr. Melakazi York coming soon. Yeah, there's a lot of great things in motion. So it's good building with y'all. Thank y'all for talking with me, talking to me. And we'll come back soon. And we'll run it back. All right? I can't see y'all. However, I do. I should. Divine love. Peace in the land. It's truly wonderful. Wadu.